Oh shit, you scared me. What?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hey.
Okay. Oh, what happened to my, what happened to RX, thingy?
Oh shit,
Hold
you
on.
scared me.
These are the little blurry
My
child in the
child.
background. It's like right up Poltergeist.
Wanna wait, Pie?
Where did his, RX, oh, where did his thing go? Oh, weird. Maybe I got rid of all of them.
Hi,
Hi. Hi, everybody who's out there, too. Hopefully that is the only baby that we see, because if ours wake up, then we got issues. Thanks
Ours,
for...
we did do a good enough job making them tired as hell today.
Oh, I think they were overtired. Thanks for tuning in to the NAT30s. Today, we're continuing with our Bums of Greenest campaign. Tyranny of Dragons. Let me get to my... Hi, William. Hi, baby. Tacos. I'll figure out what I'm going to call you. I feel weird saying baby, but also tacos doesn't flow as easily as baby does. So.
Hey, baby.
Hi, baby.
Tacos flow pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, thanks for all of our support from you guys who are out there watching and subscribing. I added a new thing, so subscribers will get to grant advantage to the player of their choice. So all of you out there who have subscribed and have not yet done that, you can just kind of like let us know when you're doing it, I guess, or just, you know, at me and put at the NAT30s and say who you want to give advantage to, and then you guys, the players, can all keep track. Let's see here. Please check out some other streams that are in our growing small streamer community. We've got Nat Awesome, who plays every other Sunday, and actually this coming Sunday is I'll be playing as well. 8:30 in her homebrew campaign. I want to mention that 8:30 Eastern PM. And 5:30 p.m. Pacific. Raging Rolls out of Australia. I think they just hit affiliate, so that's very exciting for them. I guessed it on a one-shot that maybe will continue because it was Death House, and that takes a while to complete. We have DM the Mark Knight, who I think is streaming right now as well. They are a wonderful stream. Homebrew World. Finish my words. Homebrew World, 6 days a week. They got some new emotes and directed me to a very nice artist who I have already collaborated with. And the Loophole King, which is a sister stream there, and we do like Wednesday night after hours. Lord Nikto, who I believe is also on right now and playing Dungeons and Dragons, which was very funny because he seduced death in order to come back from being dead. So that was funny to watch. And Dreaded...
sound plan.
Yeah, Dreaded GM, who is the reason I know all of those other people, because of his great stream. They do like live play, D&D, no rush, just kind of like they do character creation and all that. They're very, very into the role-playing aspect. A reminder that bits fill with party inspiration. We have some new alerts that I created that are mostly Monty Python based. And we have some sound alerts. I want to make sure I turn those, I have those on. Yep, those should be on. And we have our July giveaway, which is going to be merch. And I am putting together a 10 sub giveaway thing that we'll do every time we hit 10 subs. I'm just putting that all together, so more to come on that. And I will hopefully have a really exciting announcement on Tuesday after I go talk to somebody on Monday about a collaboration that I've been hoping to put together for a few weeks now, so we will have more on that. Yeah, I'm very excited, but I don't want to like jump the gun before I know what's going on. So, we are down in Arik for, I don't know where he is, maybe he's taking his shower and stuff.
He's coming.
He's running
Yeah.
late. He said he's setting up.
No problem. That's fine.
He's late gagging.
I don't believe you. Oh, also, I am finally able to show off my. There he is. My am I looking the right way? My earrings that I got, my ear cuffs from Elf Paradise on Instagram. I tagged in the photo, but they're really, really awesome. I should probably do the other ear because it's in the light. It took me 3 months to get them because they came from the Ukraine, but they're awesome and I love them. Hi.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
so-
so loud.
I'm looking loud.
You're a little loud. You're live
What?
too. You're a little loud, but you're okay on my end.
Wow. I don't have any.
Boyfriend, you're here.
Hey, what's
I
up?
was missing you.
Aw,
Where you
sorry,
been?
I was doing some family stuff. So,
I'm your family, silly Billy.
Look at me.
it'll take-
I'm your family now.
I know. It'll take me a second to get like roll 20 and stuff.
No
going.
problem. We don't need it right off the bat, so take your time. I finished all the announcements, so I was actually just gonna do our intro video thing that I'm gonna do every time.
Oh, that means
So-
I'm gonna miss it. I won't be able to see it. It's actually we're recording, so I get to show Lee later.
Yay!
So that's okay.
All right, so we're gonna do our bums intro. So enjoy.
If you have like a low power mode or like low battery mode, eco mode or something like that, sometimes it's called.
Oh, okay. I'll look that up.
Yeah, you
I'm
might.
gonna
I don't know.
that.
I think I'm gonna
Oh.
put the character rotation back up for everyone. Oops, wrong one.
I love that intro.
I know, it's so bomb.
I
Um,
don't even get sick of it. It's so cool.
all right, so I think my audio's all right. Please let me know if you can't hear anything. But we'll jump right into our session. Our story picks up during the wee hours of the Bums of Green's second night at the Carnath Roadhouse after following some initiates of the Cult of the Dragon, as well as some hired mercs from Kathja's Shadow, of particular interest to Erdnot. You found yourselves traveling past Waterdeep to a repurposed hostelry that is being officially used as a headquarters for the rebuilding of the trade route to Neverwinter. Unofficially, it appears to be a gathering place for items stolen, pilfered, and raided by the cultists. Some recon work the night before by Micaiah revealed a locked door beyond the warehouse that led to a smaller storeroom with items marked as cultist property, in addition to a trapdoor that appears to be an inlet for the lizard folk. After striking a deal with your halfling traveling companion, Erdnot and Arik stand watch as she enters the locked storeroom. So we are picking up right there from our text chat where you guys established that Issa was entering the storeroom. So as you two, Arik and Erdnot, where are you in relation to her? You just watched her slip into the storeroom and close the door behind her.
I look at this map here.
You can put
we
yourself-
I can't see the map or not, so you'll have to kind of make an executive decision. I can't
You
get
don't have
anything on my
Roll20 up?
laptop.
Well, you can just
I-
describe where you'd want to
Okay.
be.
So the storeroom it's the only locked room. Is that correct, or am I thinking of a different room?
Oh, you guys are on the wrong floor. Hold on.
I would say diagonally away from that room, so if we could look both left and right and see. So if we were sitting on some barrels next to maybe those stairs or something like that, that way we can look left and right and see both ways in case anybody's coming. If that makes any sense for the map, I can't remember what it looks like. I'm trying real hard to get this to work.
Yeah, so the storeroom was the one that's underneath the kitchen.
Okay, so it's the bigger room.
It's this room. The warehouse, I'm sorry. This is the warehouse, and you guys haven't been beyond here. Only Micaiah was able to get into room number 4. Over here.
Okay. Then
So you just watched Issa go into this door.
so she would have gone. Okay, she went up. So I will just kind of be like at this staircase,
Okay.
and then I guess Eckert should
Oh,
be.
but I can see it now. So where are you
Okay.
at or not?
I just put myself like right in front of the door, but like near the staircase, so I can see, all that over there, and kind of stop somebody if they're going to go near the door, or see if anybody's coming out of. Well, nobody be coming out of that kitchen.
It's
'cause
about
that,
like
that
1
above There
a.m.
is Stinky Pete's, right?
Yeah, it's about 1 a.m.
Gristle
So-
Pete.
Gristle
Stinky
Pete. So
I
nobody.
kept forgetting.
Yeah, nobody.
And I'll lean. I think these. I'm gonna move myself over. Are these pillars? Yeah, these are pillars holding up the.
The second, yeah, the balcony to the second floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll post up right there.
All right, so that's where you two are. All right. All right. So, Vidania and Zan, you guys were up on the roof, and Abaddon and Micaiah, you were on the roof stables. Roof
Yes,
of the
ma'am.
of the stables. Okay. So, Vidania. Hold on, sorry, 1 second. As you're looking out over out into the woods there, you see a flicker about 400 feet off into the woods, like to the east. A flicker of what may be a very, very small campfire. I just need you to make me a survival check.
Survival.
Yeah.
God. 13.
So based off of your knowledge of, camping and nature and all of that, looking out, it does appear to be the kind of, like a very, very small contained fire that would be enough for maybe like a single individual, or very, very small group. Like it's not a larger fire that you would expect to see, to keep multiple people warm, and cooking for multiple people. So it does appear that. And then as you're kind of looking out at this like little flicker out there, you feel this sudden
Someone should tell Lauren she's putting on a show for the cameras.
I can't.
I think we just got
Let
a
me
little flash
text
of
her.
one cheek.
That's online.
Oh, she's wearing
online
shorts.
forever now.
She's wearing shorts. Those are her normal clothes.
Oh, I thought it was underpants.
This is her normal online
This is
activity.
her normal.
I thought she was
Don't
rocking like Kevin's Superman like tidy undies.
Micaiah, I'm gonna have to turn that off for you. She's redeeming
No, you
bums.
can't. You can't turn that off. That's my favorite thing to redeem.
Like, we're all turned on now. What are you talking about?
All right.
Oh, hi.
So as she walks-
You're just-
As she
you're
walked
just
by the
giving your
camera,
little
you could
butt shot
see
of,
her round butt framed by the very, very short red shorts.
Yeah, but did you see that like farmer tan where her butt cheeks are definitely like
That's great. That's got
White
that
as
ass is as white as Abaddon.
All those squats from picking up cucumbers and other shit that grows out of the ground have really paid off.
Lots of eggplants.
Jesus.
It's true.
Ah, well,
She wanted to
well
get internet
fucking
famous.
timed.
We can't hear you, but she told me she can't hear you.
You're on mute, Lauren.
You're on mute.
okay.
She was
I got
like,
the other computer.
she's like, let me get internet famous, and then she starts walking around with her short shorts, showing off her farmer's
That was an
tan.
emergency.
It's okay.
You didn't see anything.
Oh, we saw it, darling.
Uh, so
Anyway.
Vidania,
If my
You-
computer explodes, it's my butt's fault.
you feel this sudden extreme pain in your lower back that causes you to like involuntarily, as you're looking out over, just you involuntarily like arch your back and like hold on to it. I need you to also make me a con save.
Again.
As you kind of like yell out, and Zan, I don't know how far away you are, but you're on the roof with her. You see her. What was that?
5.
Oh, a 5.
Oh.
You actually drop down to the ground and like are on your hands and knees. This pain is so intense that you can't even stand up and your body is shaking. And it lasts for probably a good 10 seconds. And it's just a searing hot pain in your lower back. And Zan, you look over as Vidania falls to the ground and is like shaking and breathing heavily, very visibly in extreme pain.
I'm gonna go over to her and check to see if there's any wounds. Ask her, "Are you all right?"
It takes about about 10 seconds, and then finally like the pain subsides. It's like this dull ache, but you're able to kind of like catch your breath, and the shaking slowly goes away over the next minute or so, but you don't take any damage.
Okay. I'm alright. Just Charlie horse, I guess.
Kidney stone.
Did you
All
see
right.
that? Did you see that the fire out there?
Which direction is the fire?
It's to the east.
That way.
Don't worry.
Zan looks over towards the fire.
Okay. You can make a survival check as well.
Six, 16.
You ascertain about the same. That it looks like it's not super far off, but it's far enough away that you. Oop. We got feedback. Oh, there we go. You can tell that it's like a very small fire. You can't see anybody who's around it because it's too dark, and it's just this flickering, but it's not enough to alert you that there's like a group out there. It's very likely just one, two, just a small group of people.
Let's just,
Alright.
we should keep an eye on it.
I agree.
All right. in the meantime, Avedon and Micaiah, you are up on the roof stables. Are you doing anything? I know Avedon's working on something, but Micaiah, are you doing anything?
I am looking out.
Okay.
Surveying the area
All right.
for any strange activity.
At the moment, you don't see anything there, which
Do
is
I
a good
smell
sign.
anything?
You don't. Are you just a regular half elf?
Yes.
Yeah, no, you don't smell. It smell besides the normal, just the mirror and like the rot from the bog. Huh?
Is there an Abaddon smell?
I was wondering if like Abaddon was farting or anything like that.
I mean, probably, but in this instance, it's probably overtaken by the smell from the mirror, which is a welcome change.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's intense. It's a few miles away, but
By all accounts, it sounds like Mir has some pretty stiff competition.
Do I
Mhm.
hear
With,
anything? I don't
You have
hear
no
anything.
idea.
no, just normal sounds out in the woods nearby, and you guys can't hear my sound alert, so I would do a hooty hoo, but you can't even hear it anyway. I'll do it anyway. See if I can.
At my level, can I turn into an owl? Speak
Yeah,
hooty-hoo.
no, because you can't do
I can't fly.
fly. Yeah, you can't fly
Fuck.
yet.
Alright. Damn. Alright. What level can I fly? 8?
I am not sure. I'm not sure.
Get.
For the druid.
I
You were
wanna.
a bat before?
Yeah, I thought I could fly.
I know, but I did that by accident. That was a fuck up on my
Oh,
part.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't really allowed. Oh.
No, it wasn't allowed.
Plus, I only got to just see them getting it on. I didn't really
Yeah.
get all that much information other than what we already knew, what they were
Just a
banging.
good show.
What was that, Abaddon?
I said just a good show.
Oh no, you said
Um,
you wanted to do something.
Oh yeah. I want to take a from where I am on top of the stable roof. Can I see anything that's going on in the courtyard area?
No, so the way it's set up, let me just double check this map here. No, so the way that it's set up, the stable, like looking to the north, that's a wall that goes above, probably another. If I had to measure here, probably another like 9 to 10 feet, and then it hits the roof where Zan and Vidania are. So you can't see over into the courtyard because it's like behind you is the building.
Okay. I just want to do my job. Then I'll just be keeping a lookout.
Okay. So, Arik and Erdnot, after I'd say like a good 40 minutes or so, Erdnot, actually both of you can make me perception checks.
Pretty sure I have plus nothing on that.
13.
That's 13.
13?
Sam?
Right.
That's what she rolled actually for her stealth. So you guys watch as the door to the storeroom opens, and Issa slips out from, she kind of looks back and forth just to make sure. She looks over at you, Erdnot, and kind of does a like, it's okay to move forward.
Is it? Do I roll perception or?
You don't see anybody else out in the courtyard here. It's just the two of you.
I do a nod then.
All right. So she comes out closes the door and locks the padlock that's on it. And is like, so we have a lot to talk about. It's very clear that there are lizard folk who are transporting goods out of the storeroom.
We knew that, right? Micaiah told us about that. Yeah, and when we were eating.
Yeah, because they were marked with red.
Well, so I don't know what you deduced, but Micaiah definitely told you that, like, she saw lizard folk come out of the trapdoor and that there were items marked in there. So she says, we need to get down and follow them as soon as we can. Now, Erdnot, I know that you want me to do something about these Kathja's shadow, so I would say rally your troops. Let's plan to follow these lizard folk maybe tomorrow night. And today, I will do my best to lure Philok outside of the walls and get her to a place where you can chat.
Very well.
I'll let you guys... I can either bring her to a place where you already are, or I can lure her out and you can follow us. I'll leave that up to you, but get back to me, by noon. We have to move fast.
It would need to be somewhere private.
It's gonna have to be outside
somewhere
these
we
walls.
can dispose of her. Good. We can throw her in the swamp.
I'll leave that up to you. All right, so get back to me around lunchtime, and just watch for my exit.
Or very well then.
I'm just watching this. Eric is just kind of watching this whole thing go down. Like, oh shit! Looks like I, signed on to assassinate somebody suddenly.
Well, I mean, can't let her go.
And so then Issa nods, and then you see her. She kind of casually walks back up. To
sachet.
Yeah, as best she can with her, like, she tries
She would.
anyway, but then her stomach, it looks like it hurts a little bit, and she's like, ah. And her sachet is more of a Shantae. No, wait, Shantae, you stay, sachet away, so she does sachet.
What?
What? Chasse away.
And she heads back up the stairs to her room. Anything you want to discuss for the rest of your watches?
Probably not here.
Zan, how about you give me an insight check? Did I lose him?
Oh, sorry. I had it on mute. 16.
16. And Vidania, give me a deception check. Just because you mentioned that it was just Charlie horse.
It was a Charlie horse. 14.
Yeah, Zan, as you kind of watch Vidania for the rest of your shift, like, she can't help but keep, like, looking uncomfortable, like shifting her clothes near the small of her back and like kind of lifting the leather armor away from it, and just looking like she's got something else going on that has nothing to do with her calf muscle tightening in an uncomfortable way. So you do not believe her when she says it was a Charlie horse. Every once in a while,
Totally
you see
forgot
her.
that's what a Charlie horse was. Like, I'm so used to when you're a kid, someone like would punch you real hard in the arm with like a knuckle and they're like, Charlie horse.
Well, every once in a while, she looks over and she kind of like sees you, like you're all right, and she'll be like, oh, and like lean down and kind of like rub the back of her, and be like, yeah, okay. But you are not convinced.
DM, can Micaiah and I see anything, or does the wall between us and those fellas, is it? I can't see what's going on over there.
You
correct?
can't see anything that's going on the roof, and you can't see anything that's going on in the courtyard. You know what I will say though? You can make a perception check to see if you would have heard Vidania. Both you and
Lie.
Micaiah.
Just
If you would
kidding.
have heard her like yell out when the original attack happened. 14. Okay, Micaiah.
6. I didn't
Micaiah,
hear.
you're very focused on making sure that nothing is out there. With a 14.
We have heard that because we were the courtyard is open. Did we have heard that? They're on the roof, right? So I would imagine there's an echoing.
Yeah, you guys can make perception checks too. I'm trying to determine like what is a good, for being outside.
14.
13.
Say all my
I'm
rolls
just-
like the past couple days have been so like middling. Like I
Yeah.
haven't gotten anything high and I haven't gotten anything low. It's all been like between like 10 and 15.
Well, I'm gonna say that like a 13 would have done it, to be honest, because it's fairly quiet. There's like a wind blowing. Everyone's asleep, so I think all of you would have heard just like a kind of like yelp up there. But then, nothing else. Zan and Vidania, would have assured you guys that everything's fine.
What are they doing up there?
They're pulling at James and a Phillock.
I mean, if I could turn into a bat again, I'd go take a look.
Maybe I
Turn
should
into
let
a
them
spider.
borrow some of. I was gonna say they should. Maybe they could borrow some of me and Micaiah's rope.
Oh my god.
I love how you say it's our rope.
It's
All
been
right.
marked. It's
So-
our rope now.
So
Don't make me blush.
the evening goes
It's that
on,
point
or
of
the
the
morning.
relationship.
Wow.
The morning goes
What'd
on.
you say?
It's that point of the relationship. You share rope and go to the bathroom together.
The
you
the
go.
rope is really what holds us together. You know.
It's really bonded us.
I was
Bump
gonna
y'all.
do a pun alert thing too, because there was a good Monty Python one. I might have to put that in place. All right, so you all, the night goes on, your watch ends, you get relieved in the morning, and so you will have to sleep at this point in order to not have points of exhaustion, and that would be expected. So you're relieved by your next shift, probably about like 6 in the morning or so. And so is everyone going to go to sleep? If anybody does not, then you will have a point of exhaustion for not sleeping.
I was going to bed.
Zan will sleep.
You can sleep till noonish for lunch.
I was gonna say, like, can you sleep, like, for
Yeah,
a short
so-
amount of time?
Yeah, you guys can sleep. Since you don't have to do a watch, you only really need about 6 hours of sleep.
I'm gonna put something in front of the door, probably like my pack with like my weapons and stuff, just in front of the door, like that way if anybody tries to open the door while we're sleeping, it'll hopefully cause some sort of a clattering noise that'll wake us up.
Okay. So you do have a few minutes if you want to kind of either plan now or plan when you wake up before you go to sleep.
I would have told Zan, and then Zan could magically convey to the rest that we have to. Was it tonight? We have to follow the lizard folk?
She
So-
recommends that the sooner the better.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would convey that.
Zan'll use his quiver to relay it to the rest of the party that tonight is the night that we're gonna go and see what's in the storeroom.
And then Erdnot would quietly try not to have Zan hear me, but say to Eckert, I'll need your arm, your sword, and your rope later, boy. And he winks, but he sucks at winking.
Can Zan get a perception check to see if he overheard that?
Yep.
Can I do a perception check for a visual
15.
of that?
Yeah, you heard that. Abaddon,
You'll
you're
gotta see
in
me
your own room.
recoil.
Damn it.
Zan's just gonna kind of look at them really confused about what happened during their watch together.
Hey, we're not the ones that got that had yelp noises coming from the roof.
I know, you're the two looking for rope to go and do something, winking at each other.
I got ropes. What can I say? I don't know.
Like I could taught them everything they know.
Abaddon, before you go to sleep, do you want to look at your orb?
Yes, I do.
So in your room there with Vidania and... Oh, wait, are you in the stables or are you in the room?
I went. If I could have, I would have definitely gone back to the stables.
Okay. Yeah, you could. The stable kids are kind of like... like they've seen you a couple times already, so they figure you already look a little bit weird to them, but you know, if you want to sleep next to your horse, that's fine. And then if you would have gotten that notice, one thing that you guys would kind of probably assume is your horses are not going with you. So that would be something that clicks in your head. If you're going to be going down a tunnel, your horses are staying here. So if you want to say bye-bye to your horses.
God.
Nice.
Erdnot did not have a connection to his horse.
So, Abaddon, as you lie
Never
there,
coming back?
as you lie there in your stable straw bed next to the horse, and look into your little orb, the scene that you see today is a little bit different because in the past you'd kind of been looking at night, like right when people were going to bed. And interestingly, you pop in during what looks to be a pretty tumultuous incident. You see the blonde woman. She looks like she's yelling. She's dressed in. So it's by the time you guys get to bed, it's like 6 in the morning. So she's still wearing her night gown thingy that you're very familiar with at this point. But it is morning time and the sun is starting to come through, and she looks to be in a bedroom, and she's yelling, and the person that you can see that she's yelling at is the guy with the brown hair who is standing next to her, and they're going kind of back and forth, and she's trying to grab something out of his hand. And when she finally does, over this 10-minute period, they're yelling, and she grabs it, and she's holding it, and she, like, at a certain point, she holds it up, and make a perception check, just to see for me. As you see a flash of red.
3.
Okay. So here's what I'll say. This item is like a flash of red in her hand that you can't quite see your first go around. And with a 3, she's yelling, and she finally grabs it, and the last scene that you see is her kind of like pointing her finger at whoever, at the guy with the brown hair, her partner, and then like holding the item close to her I will say that with a 3, you can watch this because it repeats. You can watch it for the next a certain period of time. I'll let you know how long it takes in order to determine what that red thing is, or you can go to sleep. If you watch to figure out what it is, you will have a point of exhaustion for the day.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch to see what it is.
Okay. It takes you a long time with the 3 because it's just moving so fast, it seems, and like, but you eventually see that it is a lock of red hair that matches yours, your hair color.
Okay. Got it. I'm gonna sleep like a baby after this.
Yeah. So you stay up probably for like a good 3 hours. You see the lock of red hair, and then you see her hold it close to her and yell at her partner. And that just repeats over and over and over. So you have a point of exhaustion for the day.
Okay.
How do exhaustion points work? I really don't know.
Thank you for redeeming that bumdo. I got 2 dat bumdos, unless Micaiah's gonna let the other one be the one that redeems it. Although I would argue that she's not an NPC.
Liz, sorry, I hate to interrupt, but I'm gonna try to sign off of this computer and go onto the other one so that
No problem. Go ahead.
Okay, so Skype.
Do you think?
I'll be right back.
So exhaustion works that it gets worse as time goes on. So I'm just gonna pull up the exhaustion table essentially. So when you have 1 point of exhaustion, you have disadvantage on ability checks. So you can get exhaustion from failing a con check when you're freezing or too hot or whatever, or if you don't sleep over a certain amount of time. At the second level, your speed is reduced by half, and you have a disadvantage on ability checks. At third level, disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, and then the other 2 as well. It just gets worse as you go on. At 4th level, there are 6 levels. Your hit point maximum is halved. At 5th level, your speed is reduced to 0, and at 6th level, you die. So, so yeah,
it doesn't fuck around.
Yeah, so your first level is, you're just, it's usually not too bad. You're, like I said, disadvantage on ability checks. And depending on the reason for your exhaustion, she just needs to sleep. And, but if you guys are trying to meet at a certain time, then she can't get that 6 hours of sleep. So
don't try to stay up for a week straight.
No.
Do they go away?
Frozen in Skype for anyone else?
Yeah, because she signed off.
Yeah.
She'll be back.
So if you have three...
It's just usually you sign off and you disappear. She's just kind of frozen there. I was confused.
Hey, Arash, I'll get it. Talon, hey Talon, thanks for joining us. Yes, it's and it doesn't necessarily build up that quickly. I would not say that, it takes 11 days, I'd say, based off of science and last thing I read, for a human to die from not sleeping. So I wouldn't say, there you are, we see you. That you're gonna, die on your 6th day of not sleeping, but it would depend, on the circumstances of where you are.
If you have 3 exhaustion points and then you take a long rest, do you lose an exhaustion point, or does it wipe it off?
Yeah, I think it's 1 per.
Okay.
One per long rest.
Yeah.
It's just something I never chanced upon when I.
Yeah, finishing a long rest reduces a creature's exhaustion level by 1, provided that the creature has also ingested food and drink.
Okay. Cool.
Also, if you were to die and be resurrected, then there are resurrection rules that I kind of have stolen from Matt Mercer that deal with exhaustion levels, and takes several days to recover from being raised from the dead, so that would happen as well.
It makes sense.
So, the next day, oh, I don't know why I can't see you now. Lauren, I saw you and now you're gone, and I just see us. I can see you over here though.
By the way, awesome new write-ups on the characters for when they change.
Hmm?
You did like new little blurbs for all the characters on the that pop up on the Twitch.
Oh yeah, well I've had these for a little bit, but I
Sorry, I usually don't watch the Twitch, so
yeah.
Sorry, I thought they were
Thank
new.
you.
Whoops.
No, they've been there
Sorry.
for a little bit, but they go away when I put the Roll20 up, so you might have only seen like that. I don't know why I can't see you.
I don't actually read them.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
I don't want anything revealed that has not been revealed.
Oh no, these are just oops, wrong one. All right, I was just trying to get Lauren back. I don't know why it's not working.
Sorry, I knew it would create trouble.
No, you were there for a second, and then you
middle
disappeared. Now I keep. Hold on, let's see. I might be able to
So
get you
much
back.
trouble.
No, that's Micaiah. Yeah, yours is not working.
Trouble.
For some reason, I think it doubled me.
It did. I was shifting, trying to see if it was something else, but oh, we lost another.
Just leave me here.
I don't know.
Cuba just faded off into the background
Yeah,
of his.
he went-
That was creepy.
Yeah.
He looked like he just disintegrated, like he just got snapped from Thanos. How do you guys have the cool
Lauren, could you
backgrounds?
try logging in again? And if it doesn't work, I'll just put your character's face over your thing.
Yeah, sure.
Because you were there. Alright. Technology. There's always got to be something. Or it wouldn't be a live stream.
There you go.
You're back. There you are.
Only 10
I
o'clock.
see you.
10 on a Saturday, and I'm yawning and tired.
I know, but this week was a rough one. It gets progressively harder as time goes on.
Alright,
Cute.
confiscate iPad.
Dude, look at Cuba coming through on the screen, just appearing.
Okay. Alright, so you guys wake up to a rapping on your door, like a shave and a haircut type thing on the ladies and the guys, but nobody enters. But you do know that you can hear people chatting and talking about lunch and how it's time to eat. So it is time to get going to the kitchen.
Where is Issa?
Well, so you guys, if you guys head to, I lost her again. I don't know what happened. You see her? Anybody?
No, she's
No,
gone.
she's
Oh, okay,
gone.
all right, okay, good. It's not just me. Okay, so you see, when you leave the rooms, you don't see Issa, but you see a lot of people heading to the kitchen, the mess hall.
Alright. Not makes his way there.
Yeah, I'll go too.
All right, is everybody heading to go eat?
Yeah, Zan's hungry.
Yes.
So you head into the mess hall, and it's loud and rowdy. There are less people because the original group that you guys replaced, they have left. They left the day before. But it is still pretty busy. There's a good 25-ish, give or take, laborers at any given time, 25 to 30 in the complex, and between like 12 and 15 guards in the complex as well. So it's a decent number of people, and that doesn't include Bog, Luck, or Gristle Pete. So you head in
These
there.
laborers, they're always working on this road. Is that's what they're laboring, right? This is like
Yeah, it's a mix. So you see people like they're laboring to organize the crates and barrels and stuff that have been brought in. And that does take a couple of days, but then there are some that head out to go work on building the road.
So it's not unusual. Like, are the gates open during the day? It's not unusual for people coming and going.
You can come and go. The gates are not left wide open, but they are like people can come and go.
Can or not? Is there not noticed if like only laborers come and go, or do like guards seem to come and go too?
No, it's you're allowed to move freely, especially if you're not on duty at the moment. Like you guys are doing the night duty. Then there is day, which is a little bit like less. There are fewer people who have to do, and they do like a longer shift because it's just not as intense during the day. A lot of the things that come out, because you're outside of the mirror, they don't come out as often during the day. It's going to be more night stuff that happens.
Needless to say, most people don't want the night shift. They're kind of happy we take it.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you volunteered, Bog Luck was like, "Oh, all right, first time for everything, I guess," and nobody else seemed to mind that you were taking it.
All right.
So you head on into the mess hall. Like I said, it's busy, rowdy. Gristle Pete is looking especially gristly today. He looks very like angry. He's just kind of standing there, and you do hear whispers of people like, "It's not even worth it. Don't go. Just don't even try to get up there and get a second helping today. We're just going to eat the one and get out of here." He is like, everybody is on edge because he's on edge, and he's just staring like at people. He looks very tired today. You do see the Kathja's Shadow, who are sitting at a table. It's actually just Yasha and Philok, and you do also see Issa, and she is sitting across the way with another group. And she was kind of, as you come in, you visibly see her facial expression change to like, okay, here they are, finally. But she was very clearly waiting for you, and so when you come in, there's like, okay, this is happening now type thing on her face.
Delaware. We're in Delaware.
I was wondering why you had Delaware in the background. Have we already spoken about a plan, or did we not speak yet together?
No, unless you do it, you retcon it before you go into the mess hall. But
the plan to go tonight, everyone should be aware of. The plan that Erdnot has, only Eric and knows what I'm talking about, and Zan thinks we're into some
The one with the
kinky
rope.
midnight shit.
yeah,
That's what I meant. The one. So we decided we're going tonight.
Yes. 'Cause
Why at night? If we know it's
we're
more
all on.
dangerous.
Because
the
we're the
storeroom
only
is
guard.
locked.
Guard.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
so the storeroom is still locked, and Bogluck still has the key. If you are going to go with the plan that Issa vaguely alluded to, you will need her to get in,
Gotcha.
which may or may not have been her like point.
Oh, I'm sure she did that on purpose.
You do not have to go with her plan. You can go whenever you'd like, but if you go with her plan, she will be the one who will be able to unlock that door for you.
I'm gonna walk up to Gristle Pete, and I'm gonna just not super loud because I know he's tired, but I'll be like, "Chef, what's on the menu today?"
He looks at you with his arms folded, and he's like, I'm not in the mood. You have eyes, you can see. I haven't slept in 2 days.
That's too bad. Still have that pest problem?
Even worse. Last night.
Worse? Worse how?
Louder.
Physics. Slap things onto a plate.
Louder and all night long.
It's too bad. Have you talked to Bog Luck about it?
He doesn't listen.
Superiors never do, right? Alright, well, good luck with that. I'll just take however much the portions are and a thing of beer and ale, and I'll head over back to the table.
And he just kind of surveys the rest of the group. You see a couple of people who are like, oh man, that was really ballsy. Nobody's talking to Crystal today.
That's my man's.
Kind of likes me a little bit. Because I like his food, even though it's pretty fucking gnarly.
You just think he likes you. He doesn't like anybody.
So you guys all get your food, avoiding Gristle Pete as much as you can. Like about halfway, or like a little bit more than halfway, you do see Issa doesn't come over to your table, but she does keep kind of looking to make sure, and like when it seems like you guys are getting close to being done eating, she stretches a little bit, and like the people that she's sitting with, she's like, all right, I'm gonna go check out the outside there. She kind of says it a little louder. Like, thanks for directing me. I'm just gonna go check out the perimeter for my shift. And she stands up, and you see her look at Philok, but in this, like, she looks at her like she's terrified of her. Like she sees her look and she's like, oh, and then she like heads out. But you knowing her, like, it was all for show. Like, even though Philok did, you know, pretty much kill her the other day, it's more of a like trying to get Philok to see her face and take the bait, and she like shuffles out of the the door there very quickly. And I'm just gonna make a roll real quick. Oh my god, this has to be pretty bad. Oh yeah, she has a +8 on her deception, so so she heads out there, and you see also anybody who's paying attention, which would be Erdnot and Arik. You see Philok kind of lean over to Yasha as Issa heads out the door, and she whispers something to Yasha, who like nods, and the two of them walk out of the mess hall at the same time.
A few minutes after a minute or so after they walk out, I under the table kind of like kick Eckert's foot so his attention is brought to me, and I say, I don't look at him, I just say, I'm gonna go take a shite. And I walk out of the mess hall.
To be like, I need a piss too. I'll just follow.
Alright. So the two of you as you exit the mess hall, you see. I'm just gonna look at this map real fast. You see Issa up on the balcony area, and she is coming out of her room, which was a little bit to the north of yours. And you also see Philok, who is going up those south stairs. And when she sees Issa come out of the room, she just kind of stops and looks at her, and then Issa heads down the north stairs and then starts like walking very quickly, and she walks out of the front gate. And then you watch as Philok starts following her, and Philok there's more like people walking around out there now. She just kind of is focused on that, and she doesn't see you guys like walk out of there. And Yasha was heading up those stairs, and you see her. It looks like she's heading to the room that the rest of the whole Cottage's Shadow were staying in. So you watch Issa kind of shuffle out of the front gate very quickly, and Philok is close behind.
Does the Yasha see us at all?
No, she's not looking for you. She's like beelining it for the bedroom that they all are sharing.
Is Eckhart right behind me? Or not quickly turns to you and says, "Should we bar their door, do you think?"
I don't think there's a way to do it quickly enough where we can not be noticed and also catch up.
Very well. We should be ready then. And then head out towards the direction they were going.
Alright.
Which room was it, Izzy? Sorry, DM.
So on the second level 2, it's this room. Where are you guys? You guys are on the first floor. So let me move you over here so that I can see what you can see. Oops. That is not working for some reason. I can't see what you can see, but...
Well, I mean, the whole map is open. There's no, what do you call it?
Okay.
Adaptive light or anything like that.
Okay, so this room up here. It looked like...
Yeah, I don't think...
Can you see it?
Mhm.
Okay, so that's where they're heading, so you guys head out the front door here. Oh my god.
Okay.
Alright, and the rest of you are here. So you guys watch Erdnot and Arik head out. They said they were going to the bathroom or whatever, so... Okay, so you guys go and follow, and you can see heading around the bend here, since you're following, you see Philok kind of disappear. So as you follow the two of them around, at a certain point, you see Issa start, like, she turns around and does a kind of like, oh no, and then like runs. She's not running like epically running, but she's like jogging into the woods to the east. I mean, sorry, to the west. There's just a little patch of trees before the mere, like out in the distance there. So there's a little area where she had clearly scoped out that you can go and be hidden in some trees. And so she heads in that direction, and Philok is following. How far behind are you guys?
It's up to Erdnot because I'm following his lead on this. So,
like, I don't know, 10, 20 yards? Nah, that might be too close. Someone would notice someone that close, right? Nah, not at 20 yards. Not if she's
60
focused
feet.
on...
So you guys are kind of trying to be, like, stealthy, right? So...
Shit, for once in our lives, I guess we sort of have to.
Or, so you can either be stealthy, or you can try to be, like... you can try to frame it like you're just out on your own patrol, but that'll only work up to a certain point.
Well,
We could
stealthy, like,
yeah.
I'm not like sneaking. You said people can come and go, so we just kind of.
No, I'm talking about her perceiving you. Like, does she notice you following her?
If she gets too far ahead, Issa can keep her busy for a little bit or not, and then we can happen upon that and then take care of business. She'll be distracted too, so.
Right. Yeah. We can go with that.
So you're not trying to be stealthy. You're just kind of following.
But we're also not like rushing after her. We're kind of counting on Issa to, once she gets to that patch of trees,
casually strolling.
Just strolling through the mirror.
Just two dudes strolling through the muck.
Well, you're not at the mirror yet, so it's not too bad.
Remember that Vine 2 bros chilling in the hot tub, 5 feet away because they're not gay. Come on, I'm not the only one who knows that, right? Somebody else has seen that?
I don't know what you're saying.
Nope.
Damn it! I'll send it in the Discord.
No idea what you're talking about.
I was gonna say Lee left because she's seen it because we've watched Vine compilations before on YouTube. I know, right? She would have left. My friends. My phone.
So you guys head in. You watch Issa disappear into this wooded area to the west. It's probably a good 200 feet, honestly, away from the roadhouse. But I mean, that doesn't take very long to reach. So she disappears in, and for a moment you see Philok kind of hesitate on the edge of the wooded area, looking in. She's just kind of like she didn't have her sword out, but then she does take it out, and then it's almost like she rallies herself and she just heads on into the woods.
Do we notice if anybody else, if any of the Captains of Shadow have come out and started to follow yet?
Are you waiting to see, or how are you approaching this? Because this is a time of
as we're walking towards there, I would occasionally glance back because clearly the other one was going to either rally them to help ambush or get ready she's going to tell them something.
Before you reach the edge of the woods, you do not see Wexler or Yasha come out from there.
How many of them are there in total? Besides those
you've
two?
only seen the 3 that are wearing Kothja's mercenary marking.
Okay.
This could get really hairy or not.
We got this all
That's what
day.
she said.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Take it back.
She's sorry for that. As Ben would say, I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that.
Sorry.
I'm sorry for that.
I imagine you to grab the quiver of sending or whatever it is just for that one moment. Like, just strapped it on. That's what she said. And then, like, threw it back in.
So, you head into the wooded area, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So heading through, probably like 50 feet or so in, you, oh, did we lose him? We lost him entirely. Give him a second.
It's alright, I'm here.
Oh, we can hear you.
Can
okay.
you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
can hear you.
I just needed to grab something.
No problem. I just thought I lost you audio, and that would be more important. So...
I just gotta run downstairs real quick. Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna wait a
Hurry
second.
up, you're my backup.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until he comes back because you guys are in on this. So in the meantime, the rest of you are all in the mess hall, eating, and a few minutes goes by, and Erdnot and Arik have not returned from the bathroom.
I'd like to add, Erdnot's food would probably not have been touched.
So
Like he didn't eat.
I mean, his belly was probably full of poop, so that makes sense. Like, he needed to make room. He needed to make room.
Eat with a full butt.
I get
butt
it.
full
We've
of
all
shit.
been there.
But, so what are you guys doing while they have left, and you notice they haven't. And Vidania, you're back at this moment. Like, it's still got like an aching to it, but it's not like a burning sensation anymore.
Okay.
But very strange. This is the first time that's ever happened to you.
But I didn't see that happen, right? I'm sorry, because my audio and everything.
No,
Did I see that happen to her?
You didn't see it, but all of you did hear the. Hey, we've got a raid! Hey, the Mark Knight, thank you so much.
Woohoo!
There's the Monty Python thing.
It says run away, run away.
Mhm.
But you all did hear the yelp that happened up on the roof the night before.
Ow!
I might mention it then, like, what a night, guys. Like, it could have been so much worse than it was. Phew. Right,
Yeah.
Mickey?
Got her colon back. Sorry about that.
You're on mute. I
She
think.
loves her breakfast.
You're muted still. I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
You're still muted.
She's like,
Her mouth is too full of food.
I'll slap Mickey on the back and then I'll wink at her.
There it goes. It wouldn't let me undo it.
Oh.
So annoying. My computer's freezing.
So yeah, you guys would have heard the yelp that came from the roof.
Except me, right? I rolled like a 4 or something.
Oh, not you. Yeah, Abaddon.
But Abaddon would have told me, I would assume. Would you have
Zan,
told me Abaddon heard a yelp?
Mhm.
Zan
I
will look
definitely
over.
nudged you and said, "What the fuck was that, bro?"
And I said,
Zan-
ow.
Zan will look over to Vidania and ask her, "How's the Charlie horse?"
I just reached down and rubbed my leg. It's okay. It's still a little sore.
Because it seemed like your pain is coming from your back.
It kind of like travels. Have you had one of those before? Like it starts in your calf and then kind of like moves up.
Are you
Then just
pregnant?
really just ends up as a pain in your ass.
Are you having a pain in that bum, though?
Yeah. It's fine. It'll go away, I think.
Have you ever had a pain like this before?
No.
Hmm.
Not like this.
You're a horrible liar.
You're not even part of this conversation, Micaiah.
I actually saw my way to.
You guys are all sitting at the same table, so.
Yeah, I'm definitely in this conversation. Don't try to tell me that I'm not.
Eat your food.
I might be eating, but I can hear the words that are coming out of your mouth.
So Micaiah, you noticed a sudden shift. Like Vidania's like, you're not even part of this, so. And that is
Yeah,
not
she's
like
getting
her.
real defensive, and that makes me think that she's lying. So I'm gonna say to her, I think you're lying. You're getting real sensitive
Shut
about this.
Not
What's the
sensitive.
matter with your back? Because
Just
I
hurt.
didn't hear you, you because I was actually paying attention and Abaddon was wandering off into space. But she heard some kind of yelping noise, she said. She heard from you.
Yeah, the yelp was my pain in my leg.
Do I
Oh,
look-
guys,
excuse me. Are we
guys,
getting into a
do I
fight right now?
Guys, we saw fire out in the woods.
I feel like I believe Zane more than I believe her. It sounds like it's coming from your back.
Why do you keep saying I go off into space? I'm present, Micaiah.
You like to stare off at the little orbs and shit.
We don't know about the orb.
Stare
I
off.
know
into-
about
You
everything.
don't even know about that orb.
I know about
Oh,
everything.
you're not
I
even
can
part of
read
that
it, the little
conversation,
tiny
Micaiah.
fingers, even know when I'm looking at you.
DM, what is she eating for breakfast? Because I'm gonna push her to her face.
Zan is just gonna sit back and go, "What have I started?"
This is not how you get elected. Starting fights amongst the
This
populace.
is so off.
I don't
this
know,
is
this is
so off
apparently how you
topic. This is so off topic. I asked about her back. Everyone's talking about breakfast and orbs. Like,
What do you
What
eat
happened?
for breakfast, Micaiah?
I'm having whatever Gristle Pete made. What do you make?
It's still only a couple days from when all the food got sent, so it would be like some good grilled vegetables and probably some like horse meat.
Oh, I'm loving it. Is it
Not riding horse meat.
Salute. Which
How many
horse?
left-
it on a stick?
left yet?
though? If it's not, I'm gonna find a stick and put it on a stick.
You can find a stick.
All right, I'm gonna just put it on a stick.
What
So
has
which-
happened?
I don't.
Vidania just what's called wag the dog situation right here. Because Zan asked something and she totally distracted him by bringing it up by starting a war.
They started a fight. They started fighting.
No, but for real, Abaddon, I just
No.
want to ask you. when
Birdie,
we,
if you could not bring it up, please.
listen, Abaddon.
Yeah?
I think we need to do what we did the other day. You know what I'm saying? When I turned into a little mammal. Just hold on to me, okay?
Ooh, what are you going to be this time?
It doesn't matter. Just know when I change into a little mammal, you grab hold of me, okay?
I have to know where to put you.
In your pocket. Duh.
Right, so you're going to be a little tiny guy.
Like a little mouse or rat or something.
Oh, okay.
Just in case you need a tight squeeze to fit into. To complete our plan.
There's all sorts of that's what she said in that phrase.
I
I'm
stopped
leaving
myself.
it wide open for you guys.
So
She said
Wow.
squeeze it into pockets, and I was like, oh Jesus, here we go. Yeah.
So Vidania has successfully deflected, and so we will move back to. Move back
Zan's
to-
not gonna ask anything else after how that ricocheted in so many different directions.
He knows how to stay a presidential candidate. Stay out of it. Back up.
So, back to the woods. You two, Arik and Erdnot, you do. I feel like I should have different music for this. Where's my music?
Turn this up.
Hold on, I'm gonna find the other music.
Is that your butt? It looks like a butt. It looks like a butt.
Putting his butt right on the
I
camera.
really thought that was butt.
I can't let you outdo me.
But I knew it wasn't
Oh
your
my
butt
God.
because it wasn't hairy enough. I'm the only one here that's seen it, so.
Okay.
Except maybe Erdnot, because apparently you guys are winking at each other. We'll talk about that later. All right.
So,
Lived with him before. I know what his butt looks like.
And for the second or third time, my ass personally has come up into this game. And
I
don't
didn't
know.
describe it.
how-
No one paid the dragon to describe it.
Elizabeth's face, though.
okay, so you guys head into the woods, and as you enter, You probably like. So now I'm gonna have you do a stealth check, even though you're. I'm going to assume you're not just traipsing in, and I know it's disadvantage, but you're at least like trying to listen.
Alright, so you said stealth roll?
Yeah, stealth at disadvantage.
I just fucked them all up.
13.
No, it was even worse the second time. Shit.
Yeah,
That was a 6.
yeah, 11.
Okay.
And that's only because I have a plus 10, even though I have a disadvantage. My first one was a 16.
If you would have shared what you were doing, spellcasters in your party might have been able to, cast a spell on you, dum-dums.
I didn't
It's
get
not
a
my,
chance
not
to,
my choice.
To talk to anybody else about it.
So you hear.
Zan's too goody. He can't be involved with this.
So you hear out in like probably only about 20 feet ahead of you, and you can actually see just barely Philok, and she yells out, "I can hear you, you little shit! Come out!" And she's like kind of got her sword in her hand, and she's scanning around. Her back is facing you, but she like in that moment turns and sees the two of you approaching, because she had a 6, but you rolled a 6 on your stealth. So.
Oh, I forgot to add my +1. It's a 7.
Oh, okay. So she hears.
I was gonna say I got
It
I have a
says
plus
+1
one
on
too.
there. It says 7.
Dice.
I thought you had a -1 on there because you said it was
I was
6.
looking. I wasn't looking at D&D Beyond. I was looking at the not Beyond. I was looking at Roll20. I was looking at D&D Beyond.
Oh.
It doesn't add your modifiers for you automatically, and the dice
Yes,
sits
it
there
does.
until you clear it. And I just saw. I'm like, oh, I got a +1.
It does if you click on it. You have to click on it.
Oh, you hit roll. It doesn't add your modifier.
No, you click on the thing that you're rolling.
Now I roll 19 stealth. No, it doesn't. It doesn't add your modifier automatically like Roll20 does.
No, it does. You're just not clicking the right spot. Anyway, you got a 7, so
Okay.
she didn't hear you. So she hears a noise, and you see her kind of like looking around, but she does not see you at the moment. She kind of seems to be looking like up in the trees, like she's stopped in where she is. So what are you guys doing?
Does it look like Issa just led her here and then like vanished away?
You have no
to
idea.
let us-
All you can see is Philok standing there in the woods, looking
How
around.
far away is she?
She is probably about 20 feet away from you, and like there are trees in between, so like you can see her, but it's not like you can't see her whole body. You can just kind of see her shifting back and forth. She's walking, but she doesn't see you at the moment. Or this,
So she would have at least half cover, right?
yeah.
Walking through the woods. Alright. I'm gonna pick up a rock, a stone, like a fist-sized stone,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna throw it in a direction beyond her, so it makes some noise, like a distraction.
Okay.
You know. Do I need to roll anything for that?
Yeah, I'm gonna have it be because it's so typically it's a 20-foot like. So if you want to go further than 20 feet, because she's 20 feet away, it's gonna be a
Be like
strength.
athletics, right?
It's gonna, yeah, it'll be a strength. Let me see. It's gonna be just a straight strength, because athletics is like climbing, jumping, swimming. We're gonna go with strength.
What if I like discus it? If I make it like really athletic, if I tuck it and then spin and just whew, then do I get to roll for athletics?
That's why I asked, because I know my boyfriend wants to do that kind of.
Like even like that with a stance.
No, he's gonna do it like a softball. He's gonna
Are
wind
you
up like this.
proficient in athletics?
What was that?
Are you proficient?
That's a black dot.
Oh, the
Yes,
little
I
black
have a
dot.
+7. I have a +7 for it,
Okay,
which is
then
why
I'll
I
say
was-
yeah. I'll say you can, because you would be skilled at you would be skilled at like, you know, being able to do it well.
He picks stuff up and he puts it down like really well.
It's like one of the only things I'm really good at.
He puts it down so good.
So...
What isn't it?
That's good. I'm actually. Look at me. I'm blushing. That's a 14 plus 7.
Okay.
I think that's a.
Oh yeah, that's my
20
baby.
something.
Yeah, so I'll say with that roll, you're able to like lob this thing in the like and get it between these trees like very well, like 20 feet past her, and it like knocks off of a tree, and she turns and is now facing away from you all, and kind of like is looking. You know, she hasn't moved, but she's standing there facing away from the two of you.
Alright, so everything I don't want to kill her yet. So everything I do, I want to do under the caveat that, like,
Non-lethal.
I need her alive.
Okay.
Yes, so, like, I guess my question is, like, so, hypothetical, if I disarm her, like, how is this gonna work? I want to capture her. So, like, if I disarm her, is she just gonna start swinging, like,
You have
without
no
her weapon?
idea.
Or...
You just
Okay.
What are you gonna
I don't
do?
know how this works.
No, I know, but you'll have to figure it out as you go, because it's based off. This is entirely based off of whatever it is that you do. Like, how do you approach this?
Looking at Eckert, and I'm just thinking, just bum rush her.
Level 40 monkey.
I was not expecting for this to happen tonight, so I have no fucking plan. I don't even know what I'm gonna say yet. If I'm even successful, I might end up accidentally smashing her head in. I don't know.
Hey, it happens, right? I mean, I know.
It happens.
Done it.
But everything I'm trying to do is non-lethal. I just want to disarm her and capture her.
All right. Okay. So what are you doing? She's facing away from you.
I'm running in. Fuck it. I'm Leroy I'm gonna Leroy Jenkins this.
Is he running in before Ernot does?
Yeah, because you took too long.
Gonna run in at the same time.
Oh, I'm doing that Anakin. I'm taking him now, and like just gonna run. I'm just running in, pal. You waited too long. You didn't say anything, and I don't know what the hell your plan is, so I'm running in.
All right.
Okay.
So, if you're running in, then I need you guys, the two of you, to roll initiative.
Sorry, no, you didn't like outline a plan. You know what I mean?
8.
12.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. I'm sorry, I didn't add my thing, which is only a +1, so 13. Dude, like, what is this?
All right. So, let me pull up my tracker here.
Sorry if I whacked you with the headphones, kiddo. All right, I'll see you in the morning.
All right, so let's get Arik, Erdnot, got this one, and okay. So sorry, it was.
Got a subscriber, Brian.
Nice.
Thank
Oh.
you.
Since she was facing
thank you,
away,
Brian. We love you.
since she was facing.
Did my alert thingy work? Because I put a lot of time in creating that. Did it work? Yay!
Python thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Now, the whole purpose of throwing that distractor was to hopefully so we can get the jump on her. So does that play into any of this?
Yes, I will say that you and Erdnot will be able to go first. So what did you roll for your initiative?
I rolled a 13, or 12 plus 1.
Okay, and you were an 8?
Yep.
Okay. So, you and Erdnot, you guys get a round right now. So you're 20 feet away.
I'm assuming
I-
she heard us charging her.
Yes. But you get to go right now to do something before she can go. What are you doing?
All right.
Does it matter between me and him who goes first?
You get to go first because you were higher, but then he goes right after you, and then we'll start at the top of the round.
All right, I'll pull a hand axe and I'll huck it. You know, give it a good hucking. It's a 10 plus 7 is 17.
That just barely hits. So like she turns to look at you, and where are you trying to hit her with that?
She's facing away, so just somewhere in the back.
Okay. She heard you, so she's turning, and so when you throw it, it hits her like right in the side, and in her. Let me see what she's wearing here. She was actually wearing splint armor, so she was pretty like heavily hit there. You know what? She wouldn't have her armor on her at this moment. I'm gonna change this. I'm just going with like some basic stats that they had. She's not gonna be fully.
See, Eric wears his friggin' armor to bed. He's learned.
She's not wearing it. So anyway, it hits her in the side. She looks like she's wearing like some leather armor instead. And she yells out. And how much damage?
That's 4 plus 6. It's 10.
And it like
Yeah,
embeds
Bethany's
itself in the side, in her side, and you can just see this little axe, right? That you threw. Was that what it was?
Yeah, it's a hand axe.
A hand axe, just like sticking out of her side, and she like pulls it out, and it makes this like gross noise. She turns to see you.
Since I have an extra attack, can I do that again, or do I only get one
Yeah,
attack?
no, you can.
Alright, I'm gonna try it again. That's a 3.
Okay.
It misses no matter what.
So yeah, you throw the second one, and it flies past her. She's like kind of rolls out of the way, and so that one is going to be out. You're going to have to try to find that later, or not. What are you doing?
I'm going to yell at Eckhart and say, "Take her alive!"
And then I'm going to use command. He needs to make a wisdom saving throw. And I'm going to say drop, so that the target drops whatever they are holding and then ends their turn. So she said she took out her sword when she walked in there, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to command her to drop it.
It's a wisdom save.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a 5. So, is that right? Yeah. So she rolls out of the way, and she's holding her side, and then you yell out drop, and her hand like opens, and the sword falls onto the ground next to her, and she's kind of like crouching now with the sword by her side. How long does that last?
One round. For drop specifically, it says whatever they're holding, and then ends its turn. So, does that mean my turn or their turn? Okay. It wasn't their turn, so I'm not sure how that works.
No. So no. So that.
Well, it's an end of round.
Yeah. How does that?
It lasts one round.
Okay. So we're at the top of the true round. So in that moment, you see Issa like dash out from behind a tree that was very close by, and she runs and she actually scoops up the sword. But as she does so,
Oh.
She picks it up.
Technically she's running, not swinging, but she runs by, she picks up the sword, but as she does so, she does like a quick jab with her dagger, like just into like the shoulder neck area here of Sorry, I had my character sheet open and then I closed it for some reason. So let me get back into Issa's. And it's just a dagger move as she does like a real quick run by here. Just do it. So 13. And a 13 doesn't hit. So she goes to like stab her real quick as she goes by, and more of a, it seems like just a retaliation hit. But Philok like slaps the dagger away before it's able to pierce anything, and Issa keeps running towards you guys with Philok's sword in her hand, but Philok does get an attack of opportunity. So she is going to do that. She's going to try to like punch at Issa as she runs by. And that is an 8. So she's not able to. She like reaches out to try to get her too as she runs by. And Issa like runs past you guys just a few feet. And next up is Arik, you are up.
I'm just gonna run full tilt, and I'm just gonna spear her down, like an old school wrestler, just like full
You're
body
grappling
spear
her?
right to. Yes, but like full speed,
Okay.
like a football tackle.
All right. So
And
that
I
is.
know she's strong too, so this isn't gonna be easy.
All right. So grapple. So I think it's a strength against strength contest here.
So am I rolling a straight strength? It's bad juju to roll before I'm told, so I always wait.
Yeah, so it is athletics. It's an athletics check against hers.
Nice. Alright. So you want me to roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead. Oof, she got a nat 1.
That's a 7. That's a 17.
A 7?
Plus 7. Yep.
Okay, yeah, she rolled
No,
a
so-
natural
no,
1.
17
So-
plus 7.
Oh, 17 plus 7. Either way, nat 1 on her end, so you just like dive forward and
I can hear the oomph. Even though it's
Yeah, it's like,
fictional,
poof.
it's dear to my eye. I hear the
yeah, as she gets grappled down onto the ground.
Is there any damage for that? Since I'm literally like that, I want to use that as a. Is that considered an attack of any kind?
It's considered
Like
an,
the sense
an-
of running?
it's considered an attack action. In this moment, I would say you can do another attack. You have multi-attack, right?
Yeah, I have an extra.
So
attack.
this is considered an attack, so you can do something else, but she's not going to take damage from this hit.
I didn't know if falling like that. You know what I mean?
It would,
Uh,
yeah, it depends on the circumstances sometimes, but given where you are in the woods, I would say not in this particular moment.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna just ran down a punch. It feels really awkward to say that even in a fictional setting. I'm not gonna lie.
Unarmed strike. You're gonna just
Yeah.
punch her. Okay, go ahead.
You don't have to make me feel worse about it, DM.
Just gonna punch this now unarmed woman right in the face and try to knock her out.
Yeah. Yeah, I am. That's a 9 plus 7. Was that a 15?
16.
No, that's a 16. Thank you.
Is it plus 7?
Yep, I have a plus 7 on
Strength?
No, use for my unarmed strike. You said.
Oh wow. Yeah, so that hits.
Yeah, everything is pretty much plus 7 on mine, except for my bows.
Okay. So that is 4 points of bludgeoning damage, I believe. Just straight.
That's 5 for me.
Okay, 5 points of bludgeoning damage. So you punch her. Did I not
I
do the
do one
damage?
thing.
You did 10 points. She fell. You threw another one, missed. She missed as well. So, okay, so 5. Right here. Just making sure I'm not missing any points here. Okay, so you punch her right in the face, and she spits out a little bit of blood, and she looks at you, and she looks pissed. Next
I
up
don't blame
is actually her turn. So weird noises. She is going to try to escape from the grapple. So as you're holding her there, she's going to try her hardest to get out. All right, so that's going to be strength against your strength or athletics. No, wait, hold on. Yeah, strength against yours. Your
So
athletics.
just strength now?
No, sorry,
Or athletics?
her athletics against yours.
Okay. That's an 11 plus 7.
Okay, yeah, so she rolled a 15. So that's her action. She just tries to, like, get out. She's, like, yelling, you're like, get off! And she's pushing against you, but she's not able to move you off of her. And just double checking. Yep, okay.
Better figure something out, or not. The only thing I can do is just punch her, and I don't want to have to continuously punch her into mush.
Ergot, it's your turn.
Don't make me do it.
She's grappled there. I'm going to take fancy rope that is hanging off of Eckert's hindquarters there, and I want to tie her up.
Okay.
Or do we have to keep punching her until she's too weak to
Well,
resist
so-
being tied up?
So you're on the. So I'm gonna assume that you wanted to get her on the ground, right? So you're not grappling her, like holding her up. You're grappling her on the ground.
I would
Yeah.
imagine because he
Okay.
tackled her
Okay.
like a linebacker.
So you pull out the rope and you are trying to tie what part of her? Because she is struggling this entire time.
I'd imagine I'd be in
Minute.
like a mount position, if anybody knows what that means in MMA terms, like straddling her hips, like you know what I mean?
I do.
I think we all know what that means.
You might.
So here's what I'm gonna say. She's a skilled warrior person who has been doing. You're not gonna be able to tie her up while she is awake and physically struggling against you. That's not. As you get closer with the rope and like are trying to figure out like how am I going to get her legs or her arms, like she is a trained soldier of sorts, and it becomes clear that you are not going to be able to tie her up easily.
Okay. Can
Even
I?
with that special rope.
I know that's why I took
That's
that
real good
special
rope.
rope because it's special.
Even with
Just
the
kick
It almost looks like
overpaid rope.
silk, but it's totally not.
It's like very special rope.
Just kick her in the head.
Can I take out my hand axe and like hit her in the head with the flat part?
Yes, you can.
Try to knock her out with that. Would that be considered an unarmed strike?
Nope,
or
that's
do I
your-
roll a regular.
Yeah,
axe
you roll
attack?
roll your regular attack.
Flat part, not the pointy part.
Oh, baby punch tacos. Achievement unlocked. Pummel the defenseless.
All right, so we got 20.
It's just we just beat the crap out of this poor woman.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
That definitely hits. So what's the damage?
Oh, sorry, that's a 23 with a 6 damage.
All right. Okay, so you like bash her in the face with it. She's
Head.
still.
Not the face.
Oh, in the head. Okay, in the head. You're trying to get to the side of her head, and she's like, ah, as you hit her there, and she looks like a little dazed, but she's still there. And awake and struggling. Okay, so next, anything else?
As a bonus action, I'm going to do Vow of Enmity. So I'll gain advantage on attack rolls against her.
Okay.
She's already on the ground. Like,
Right,
doesn't
actually-
that already
She
give
gets
you
up,
advantage?
man. In case she gets up.
Hold on, so grappling, I just want to double check. Let me just double check grappled.
I honestly didn't think it would feel that bad.
Actually,
like-
cancel that bonus action. I have a different action. Cancel that. I didn't do that.
Okay. Okay.
I should have
All
done
right.
this to begin with.
So
Now, DM, how
Good.
long has it been since they've been gone now?
Yeah, you guys have noticed by now that they have been gone probably like a good 10 minutes? Like longer
Alright,
than...
Micaiah would have definitely gone after Eric at this point, I feel like.
Okay, so what are you doing? Like, you get up and
I'm gonna go. Did I see which direction he headed off in?
you guys are in the,
Damn it.
you're in the mess hall, and all you would have seen was, Erdnot and Arik got up, and they said they were gonna go piss or something, and then they walked out the front door.
Alright, so I'm gonna turn. I would turn to Zan and be like, Zan, do you know where they would have gone to go into the bathroom? Because they've been gone like an awful long time. Do you know like where they would have gone?
Where's their poop spot?
Sorry.
Where would you go?
it sounds like a
Oh my
crying
goodness,
baby.
it sounds like a baby.
Yeah, you should hear him when he literally will say "mom."
Oh my
He
god.
will.
I thought that was
Um,
a baby.
Yeah. He's my baby.
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh, Zan 2020.
Dan 2020.
Warmed all our hearts.
We didn't vote.
I will casually mention to Micaiah that those two were acting rather strange before we went to sleep this morning. Something about rope. Maybe we should go and see what they're up to.
Yeah, I feel like we should. Something's not right. It doesn't take him that long to pinch one off.
Okay.
How do you know?
Because I know you by now, silly Billy.
We've all been on the road with each other for a while. I think we know how regular everyone is.
He's a quick pooper.
Yes.
Gets in
Yeah,
there.
I guess there's no.
He
There's
didn't
no
even bring
phones
his
in this
newspaper
world.
with him. He clearly wasn't planning on being in there that long. And if you talk about using special rope, I want to know who he's trying to use that on.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Would casually start walking towards the entrance and maybe see if I can see any tracks that they might have left.
so you guys walking out the door of the mess hall, going down those stairs, immediately that entire courtyard area is just full of tracks and mud. It is impossible to know in what direction any individual people have gone, unfortunately.
What about by scent? Like, if I had a strong sense type of animal that could find Eric's scent, would I be able to tell like a bloodhound dog or something like that?
Maybe.
All right. Well, Micaiah's gonna turn into a bloodhound. And
Everybody.
No, I'm gonna be like Superman, and I'm gonna go into like a telephone booth, turn into a bloodhound, obviously.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I
Um,
go behind something, I don't know, a barrel, something. Turn into a dog. I mean, I wouldn't be that weird to see a dog around, right?
you haven't seen any other dogs.
Well, no one cares. There's so many people, right? You said so many people. They don't care.
Depends on what you want to do.
Sounds like everybody's being awfully nosy.
Well, so the battle.
Worried about you? Hello?
Yeah, the battle happens pretty quickly. So while you guys are figuring out how you're gonna potentially find them, we go back to the top of the round, and it is Issa's turn. So she actually so now that she's probably a good 10 feet behind you guys, she like kind of looks at the sword and she's like, "This, all right, pretty good." And she runs up, and she's going to she's actually just gonna go ahead and try to stab her with the short sword, like right in the side again.
Would Issa have heard or not yell to keep her alive?
Maybe.
I think it's an eye for an eye at this point.
Yeah, true.
And that's an 18. Yeah. Okay. So she hits her, and she also gets sneak attack damage because she is a rogue. So that is 24 points of damage with that as she stabs, and as you're lying on top of Philok and she's struggling, you suddenly like can hear the sword like enter her side, and she just yells out, like her eyes go wide, almost like in your face, and she's like, "Ah!" She yells out, and does 24 points of damage. And then Issa is going to also stab her with her dagger.
Jesus Christ.
She's got the sword in one hand, dagger in the other. She just stabs her, or she tries to anyway. Let's see how it goes. Another 15. That is going to hit because I'm lowering her AC to if she was wearing leather. And that's 6 points of piercing damage, and another scream from Philok as there's just like 2 quick stabs from Issa in the side, and then Issa kind of bounces back. And it doesn't say anything about Philok not getting a chance to like kind of strike out at her, so she is going to take that chance with her.
How's Philok doing? Like, how's she looking?
Well, with that,
I know she's pretty rough.
Yeah, with that like slide into her side from that short sword, you see like as she screams, like some blood like gurgles out of her mouth. Like she looks really, really bad at the moment. And I did not see what I rolled. That's a 14, which does not hit. So she reaches out kind of weakly to try to punch at Issa, who she's not looking at you, Ark. She's looking over with like this rage and anger, but she's also, it's starting to fade as she is kind of just hanging on at this point. And it is your turn, Ark.
So I can declare that I want to do a non-lethal strike on this. Like, I don't want to punch. Like the last time, I was like, "Oh yeah, I want to non-lethally punch her," and then I blew her brains out, Kennedy style.
Yeah, because you kind of got a nat 20, and she had like 1 hit point or something at that. But yes.
Yeah, I remember. Her just like, "Yeah, I just want to just stiff cross," and it just ended up like blowing through her skull, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go for, since I'm holding on to her, I'm just, I get a big skull, I'll headbutt her. I'll headbutt her right in the face.
Okay.
How's that? And that's counted as an unarmed strike?
Yeah.
Alright, the first one's a miss, that's a 2, and I'm gonna do it again.
You're headbutting her in the face.
and that's a 15 plus 7, so
okay, yeah.
assuming that hits.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to punch her.
So that's 5 points.
Just gonna crush her skull with your skull.
So you headbutt her.
Hey, I'm doing this for you.
Oh my god.
And
no attachment to her, but I mean, I do want to talk to her.
all right, so you headbutt her, and her eyes kind of like roll in the back of her head for a second, and she kind of focuses again, and she's looking like Like she's barely. Are you doing anything else?
I don't think I can.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really have anything for a bonus action. Yeah, that'll. I guess that's it. I'll just hit her in the face with mine.
All right. So she's gonna try one more time to escape from your grapple.
Okay.
And she is like breathing heavily, like there's a wheeze to her breath, and she's just trying one more time.
That's just an 8, but I have a +7, so that'll be a 15.
She rolled an 18. So
Oh,
in that moment, as you're lying there and you kind of headbutt, she takes that opportunity and she just like finds some kind of last strength and she pushes you off and you go like staggering back and you are actually prone on the ground as she pushes you. But when she does push you, she yells out, I give up! I give up! She's got 2 hit points left here, so... and she's on her side, holding onto her side on the ground. And Erdnot, you are up.
She yelled she gave up.
She yelled that she's giving up, yep.
Then Erdnot just takes her up and goes, I'm going to tie you up now. And you will be quiet.
Okay.
That didn't sound creepy or nothing.
I'm just gonna lay there on the ground like Jesus Christ, this woman.
And she's like, so as you say that, she looks at you and she's like, that's not necessary. Are you still gonna try to do it?
But I think it is. And if you want to live, it's going to happen.
And then, so are you saying it, like, are you talking this way right now?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, sorry, I'm just switching back to different music. Okay. So, as you approach her, with the rope, and then you begin to tie her up, so she just kind of like sits up and she's looking at you as you're tying her up, and she's like, I know you. You're Erdnot.
That I am, lass.
And she kind of just
tied her in such a way, like, I tied her like one of those, like, I don't even know what the knot is called. Roy's dad probably knows what it's called. It's like tied around her wrists, but then it goes down and it's like tied around her legs, so like she cannot.
She's hog-tied.
Hog-tied?
Hog-tied? Is that? Actually, I don't know the name of it.
Hog-tied.
Japanese bondage tie.
Clearly.
I don't know.
Some of us have never been hog-tied in our lives, and it shows.
I was gonna say.
Can we hashtag her?
I don't know. I mean, Eric and him are winking, getting all crazy. That might be later.
I think I have a pulley, block, and tackle in my pack if you need it, pal. It's tree branches. You do some suspension stuff. See what's up.
So you see Issa also standing there with Philok's short sword in one hand and her dagger in another, and she looks at the two of you and she's like, "So are we done here, or am I done here anyway?"
I'm indebted to you, halfling.
Good
Indebted
luck.
indeed. He does a little salute.
I'd say make sure you don't if you're gonna keep the short sword, make sure it stays hidden.
She's like, "Oh, this is my first rodeo, Trogdor. I'll see you guys back at the ranch." And she like heads out of the woods, or heads away from you, as far as you can tell. So you guys.
If you see anyone coming our way that isn't one of ours, make some sort of a noise, something loud. So
She goes, "Hooty hoo," and then she keeps walking.
I get to see you make it like the most fabulous, like hooty hoo.
Hooty hoo hoo hoo.
Like as it echoes through the trees.
The sass is strong with this one.
So I'm gonna give you guys so we'll flip that fight only took a few seconds. So we'll flip back to Micaiah. We'll say
I'm not gonna lie, I'm very surprised she lived.
where are you going to switch into your dog form?
I'm gonna try to find like. Sorry, I'm trying to
No,
go
it's fine.
pee.
No, it's fine.
I thought it was a safe time, but then I got called on. I feel like I got like I was doing something else. And
I can come back to you. I can
No,
come
it's
back
all
to
right.
you.
It's all right.
She's gonna wipe and
right.
keep going.
So
Lauren's just
yeah,
like,
I went behind. I just tried to find like some cover behind like a barrel or something I could like squat down behind, and I turned into a bloodhound, and I'm trying to spell for my boyfriend.
Okay, so that's easy enough to do. All right, so good night, Fires of Athlon. Thank you for hanging out. I know it's early in the UK. So you are looking. So you come out, and Zan. Did everybody follow? Zan, Abaddon, and Vidania all followed, or was it just Zan and Micaiah? Are Vidania and Abaddon finishing their food?
I don't know. What are they doing?
I'll follow.
What was that?
Did you follow Abaddon? Did you follow Zan and Micaiah and Vidania out of the mess hall?
No.
No, you're just gonna keep eating.
Yep.
Okay.
She don't care. She only cares about her goddamn orb.
No, I care about my horse, okay?
And your
Waiting
horse.
on-
Oh,
I'm
God.
bummed I have to leave Baloo behind.
Orb and your horse. That's all you care about.
So Vidania and Zan, you see a dog start sniffing the ground, and a couple of other people in your vicinity, like, so you're in the courtyard, kind of watching, and a couple other people are like, oh shit, there's a dog here. Did you know about a dog? And they're like looking, and like someone comes over, like one of the halfling laborers who you hadn't really paid attention to. They'd been there the whole time, but comes over and is like, hi doggy, nice doggy, and starts like petting you before she heads off to do whatever it is that she was going to do for the rest of the day.
Would Zan put together that that's Micaiah?
Well, you guys definitely would have noticed that like suddenly there's a dog there and Micaiah is nowhere to be seen. So yeah.
You
guys
would
are-
once it winks. Once it winks at
The
you.
dog is like,
I was just gonna say the dog gives a little wink. I swear I was about to say that.
Then Zan would probably use his quiver to maybe direct Micaiah. We should probably get you outside before we draw any more attention.
So Micaiah, make a perception check with advantage because you're using your smelling, right? Your
Yeah.
Keen smell.
My keen smell. Alright. Come on.
Nips
Ah,
it.
yes, 19.
All right. So you pick up almost immediately the scent of your boyfriend as you head over towards the front gate. And people are kind of coming and going. It's still very much daytime. It's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon or so. So you can follow it. And so Zan and Vidania, you can follow her as you sniff around, and you can see that the trail leads to the west and towards a patch of trees and forest that's just like a small wooded area that you hadn't explored before, but it's on the opposite side that Vidania and Zan saw the fire the night before.
Fire.
So it's not the same woods. So you head in that direction, I assume?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, back to Erdna and Arik. You still have a few minutes before anybody can find you. So Philok is there, breathing heavily and tied up, and you notice she watched Issa leave like with just fire in her eyes. But now she looks back at you, Erdna, with the same.
Erdna, I was gonna say towering over her, but he's towering over nobody. So
I mean, she's on the ground
takes
now,
out.
so.
Want me to pick you up like Rafiki picking
Put me
up
on,
baby
put
Simba?
me on your shoulders.
Ah, Sabenya!
He takes out his battle axe. Now, normally, I do this with my hammer. It's more fun. It's more traditional. But I am a man of my word, and you live if you give me the information that I need. Are you game? By the way, I have +5 intimidation. And I definitely want to be intimidating her.
Yeah, I was about to say you can make an intimidation check.
And that's a 20.
Sweet.
Oh shit, a nat 20?
No,
No, not a 20.
No.
Thought it was a nat 20.
And-
20, she'd probably shit her pants.
Yeah, so she looks up at you, and she looks at the hammer that's in your hand, and she just like nods
I grab the hammer.
as she's trying to breathe through the wound that's in her side. She nods.
I want to know who Cath is, where I can find it.
And she looks a little confused in that moment, and she's like, Kathja? I don't know. No, nobody knows. Nobody sees Kathja. You want to know about Kathja?
I've been chasing this fiend for 156 years. Before your grandparent was born, I will get my vengeance on this creature. Then he just kind of stomps the butt of the pommel of the axe on the ground with a bit of anger.
She's like,
Just a bit.
Kathja is. I mean, I was recruited in Athkatla. That's where Kathja's headquarters are, but nobody sees Kathja. I can't help you. I don't know.
Or you can help me. You will tell me everything. How were you recruited? Who recruited you? When did this organization start? I've chased this name for over 100 years. I've never heard of a Katja shadow, but I've heard the name, and it takes me to one place, to another place, to another place. Always elusive.
She's again. She looks very confused, but she's like, "We're not secret. I was recruited in Athkatla. There are hundreds of us. I'm just an initiate. This was one of my first missions. We get
Throws his hands up in frustration. Just like the useless boy.
So you did. Wait. So you killed him?
I did not kill the boy. He was useless to me, but I'm no murderer.
Nah, and she looks like angry at you now, like she's not sure. Make a persuasion check.
He's like, I'm no murderer, and Arik is just like, her blood running down his ears from the headbutt, just her
That's
blood
a
all
nat
over
20.
his mail.
Okay.
Oh shit!
So
Nice.
she, when you say that, she kind of like reads your face a little bit, and then is like, "Well, none of us here have been with Katja's shadow for very long. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea how long they've been around. You just join. It's a mercenary group. You get paid to do jobs. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing a job."
He just booms. It killed my clan, and I will have vengeance. Again, he just stomps the axe into the ground,
And
trying his best not to cut off her leg because he would have. He's trying to be good. God told him to be good. This would have ended differently. 50 years ago.
Yeah, she scoots back a little bit as much as she can, and she's like, "I don't know anything about that. I'm
Pat, I think that's.
That's Lauren.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, sorry, I saw Pat doing this and I thought it was him.
She's like, I don't know anything about that. I'm 25 years old. I haven't been around for 150 years or whatever you said.
Saying you did it. I need to find Katja. Tell me, how do they recruit? Who is your leadership?
There's different ranks. You have to build your way up, just like any other mercenary group. This isn't anything crazy. I'm what you call a shade. This is just an initiate. That's the name that they give us. Then there are a few leaders. They're called Adumbrits, and there's a special spy group called Augurs, and then there are the leaders of pretty much all of us just underneath Katja, and that's the Shadow Hands, and there are 3 of them, but I've never met them. And then
I need names.
Make another intimidation check.
If Arik stands behind him and tries to do his best to look intimidating and like he's backing him up, could he?
22.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, could I give him advantage on that? But he doesn't need it. He's a very intimidating little.
No,
dwarf.
you can, and actually you can roll again because if you get a nat 20, that's better than a 22.
It wasn't a net. Oh, him.
No, you get advantage because he's helping. So if you roll again and you get a nat 20, then it's better than a 22.
Okay. Where did my?
I see that, Bums, though. I got 2 of them to do, but we haven't run into any NPC, any new
17
NPCs.
this time.
Okay, so 22. She's like, hold on, because I gotta look up some names. She says, what names are you looking for? The leaders? The generals? Nobody
I'm
knows
looking
the
for
spies.
whatever name will get me to Katja, so that I may crush his head, or its head, or her head, or whatever shape its head it is.
Well, the Shadow Hands, I've never met them, I've never seen them, but they talk about a Varthurg, a Bryce, and a Victoria, and that's all I know.
And these are all in Anthlaka. I cannot pronounce that, even though I spent a good 50 years there.
Afkatla.
Afkatla.
Over her shoulder, I would say, would Wexler know more?
No, he's just like a step above me, but still he's not a leader or a general or anything. I don't know what he knows. He's been around, I think he's been in the mercenary group like maybe 6 months longer than I have. They don't send their best and brightest on missions like this.
And what do you know about the cult of the dragon?
She kind of like, there's a little bit of a shift on her face, her facial expression. That's difficult to read, but she's like, we were told to sit here and wait for further instruction. We were hired to protect as they make their way north. Now we've got here, and we're just sitting around with our thumbs up our asses, waiting to find out what the next step is.
Erdnot turns to Eckert and goes, you have any questions for her?
Nope.
And he
What
gets,
kind of area are we in? Is it swampy?
No, not quite. It's more of just like a wooded area in this spot that you're at, like another couple of miles, and you would start to get into like a swampy before you hit the mere.
Okay.
All right. So he kneels down and gets like this close to her face.
Mm-hmm.
Says, "Now listen very carefully. Ages past, you would not see the next day. I'm trying to be merciful nowadays. You should be thankful, but my mercy only goes so far. You're going to turn, and you're going to walk, and you're going to leave this place and leave Kathja Shadow, and you're going to start a new life. Because if I see you here again, your life is over. And whatever part of you makes it to whatever gods you worship, is going to be unrecognizable to them."
Make an intimidation check again.
Yeah.
Would it be the same thing if I'm standing behind him? Again, doesn't need it. Damn, dude, you rolled.
What dice are you rolling tonight?
20.
I personally made my intimidation very high because Erdnot has been going around intimidating and then crushing people's heads for a very long time.
That makes a lot of sense. You've been really super good. Like, whatever you licked all day, keep licking it.
She looks at you and she just nods.
He hoists her up, unties her, hands the fancy faux silk rope back to Eckert, and then just points.
Oh, okay. Where are you pointing?
Just meaning fucking start walking.
Okay. So she looks at the both of you. Alright, hold on, I gotta think for a second about what she would do in this moment. Okay, she looks at the two of you and then she starts heading back towards the roadhouse, but that's also the only road. So if you say, I mean, unless you're expecting her to like walk off into like nothing.
No, if I wanted her to just walk until she died, I would have used the command again and just told her to walk. I told her to start a new life. This is her chance to start a new life or die. So if the road's that way, then so be it.
Yeah, so she kind of is like watching you as she's holding onto her side, and starts heading back in that direction.
Eric is just gonna look at not look at her, look back to Erdnot and shake his head. It's a risk he wouldn't have taken. So badly I want to take my other hand axe and just bury it into her.
And at that moment, Micaiah, Zan, you are walking through, and as you're smelling, you hear something, and you look as you like approach this cluster of trees, and you see Philok, who looks very badly wounded. She exits the trees, and she sees you all, and she looks like a little bit panicked for a second, and she just kind of stands there at the edge of the trees, just looking at you, Zan, Badanya, and Micaiah.
Would we be behind her?
I don't know what you did.
Standing in the clearing.
You're still in the clearing, as far as I know. So you guys see Philok standing in front of you, all bloodied and looking like she's been through some shit.
About how far away is Philok from us?
She's like 10 feet away from you. She's standing like right next to you.
Zan's gonna ask, "Are you all right?"
She's like, yeah, fine. I'll be fine. Just gonna head back and get some first aid.
Can Micaiah smell the bullshit coming off her, or no?
You can make an insight check.
That was the best approach to that question that I've heard. Like,
15.
I need a bullshit sniff check.
Yeah, so she rolls an 8 on her, attempt at deception. She's very badly hurt, so like she's trying, but yeah, you can tell she's been through something and she doesn't want to talk about it, but she's not being truthful about being okay. She's not okay.
So I nudge Zan with my bloodhound head and I just go, "Arr!" Make a little noise like, eh.
She's gonna keep trying, like she just is holding her very badly wounded side and is gonna just keep walking towards the roadhouse.
Zan won't stop her.
Okay. All right. What are you doing?
Before we leave the clearing, I'm gonna look for that other for my hand axe that I missed.
Okay, make it an investigation check.
That's a 19.
Yep.
But I
So
don't...
yeah, you.
How did you do that?
We all licked the good stuff today.
Yeah.
I know,
What's
seriously.
going
It's,
With an 18,
it's an
yeah,
8.
you're still able to find
I have
it.
a -1 for it. Alright, sweet. I'm gonna take it and put it back in my belt. I know, we've all rolled pretty well.
Of course,
Especially
we're not
Cuba.
fighting.
That's because we're not in
Yeah.
We're not in a battle.
Yeah.
Well, see, also we were trying to keep her alive, so that's why we were rolling good. Like, Fate's like, nah, we're gonna kill her for you.
Yeah, I know, right? She's gonna trip on a rock, walking back and break her neck. And fall.
As she walks back, she looks up into the trees to get a breath and inhales an acorn.
Can I smell my boyfriend?
Yeah, you can still smell. So you guys continue on into the woods.
Yeah.
It's only like about 100 feet or so in where you come across less than 100 feet. It's like 70 feet or so. So you go in and you can see Erdnot and Arik and like standing next to a very large puddle of blood and like blood spattering on leaves and stuff in the area. Like it's very clear that
I'm gonna go over to it and smell it. Can I tell it's Philok?
Yeah, you can tell. That doesn't.
You didn't want to take us in the bathroom with you, like I did.
I think we all know what that means, based on what Erdnot has to say when he.
That didn't come over on the stream, so nobody saw that but us. But that's fine. So yeah, you approach and yeah, you guys are not Arik. You do see a bloodhound come walking in, and then Zan and Vidania close behind.
I think. No. This isn't like a people generally don't come out here, right? This is like pretty secluded. So like I was gonna say like we might be like hiding the evidence, but if nobody comes here, it's really no point, I suppose.
Well, I'm gonna take my canteen and I'm just gonna start rinsing the parts of me that have her blood on it. My fists, like my mailed gloves, if I have it on my face from when I had butter, that kind of thing.
I'll lick Eric's face for him. Get all that blood off.
Jesus Christ, he's savage.
Wow.
And I'll kick some dirt over the big blood patch.
I just love you. I don't want you to waste all your water.
It's for drinking.
I mean,
all right.
big tongue. I might as well use it.
So you guys are
I'll give a
able
little
to...
I'll give Micaiah a little scratch behind the ear.
Oh, thank you.
You're
Zan's
able...
just gonna
Oh, go ahead.
Zan's just gonna look around and say, "What went on here?"
Nothing.
Oh my god. You're like a little kid that just ate
Bullshit.
Oreos and then smiled and your whole face is full of cookies.
Or
Nothing,
it's not smiling. You didn't get that much information.
Just a big pile of blood next to me.
Did you two try to kill Philok?
I smell her.
Absolutely not. I let her live.
Why? Why?
Because I generally don't let them live. It's new for me.
No. Why would you attack her? What is the point of this? And she's just walking back to the roadhouse right now. What is going on?
She's starting a new life.
How can you be sure?
Aggressive negotiations.
Exactly.
So you attack her and let her go on the same day that we are supposed to covertly make our way into the storage room.
Dan, you sound like you wanted me to smash her head.
No, not blow our cover. Maybe keep her tied up until after we can complete our mission.
I can still kill her now.
How do we know that she's not going to go back to the roadhouse and tell everyone?
She won't.
Did you get what you needed from her?
I got some information. She didn't have much. I also found out that at least her group is just assigned to the cult, but doesn't know what to do past this point.
I feel like Erdnot's a little kid and Zan's like the parent returning home. What did you do?
I told you no parties. It's like the whole house in the background is on fire.
Dad, I'm sorry.
It was just a couple friends.
I know that we're all here together for personal reasons. We all have our own motives and goals that we want to achieve, but we are deep behind enemy lines right now. This should have been a group decision so that all of us can help each other.
I got plenty of help. As he slaps Ecker on the chest. Don't worry, lad. Don't worry. Everything will be fine. And if it isn't, we'll make it fine. And he just taps his axe head.
I'm just gonna look past everybody and say, more matter-of-factly, not purposely to be a dick. And I look past and say, Zane, if you're that worried, she's right there. You can take your shot. End it.
I told you, I'm not here to murder people, but we need to work as a team on anything that can affect all of us.
Yeah, I mean, we were just all sitting there thinking you're taking a shit.
This is what I've gone on here.
Do you or are you still a dog?
Nah,
Because, like, dog talking is really weird.
I said it, but I don't think anybody heard me. But I turned back
Right
to
back.
myself.
Oh, we just got raided.
We did. Thank you so much, Lord Nikto. I gotta switch my music because that was a little bit
And
crazy.
I think the first thing they heard too was, well, we just thought you're all taking a shit.
Yeah, we just leave and like, I gotta pee, and like we have invisible assassins and stuff around all the time, and here we are all worried about you, wondering where you are, and you're out here beating people up.
I was out here getting information.
Right?
That will
Why would you
set
tell the rest
me
of
on
them?
back on my path for vengeance.
Do you not trust us? I trust you.
I did not have time to ask you for help.
You have time to ask Eric. Eric, why didn't you tell me nothing? And I would just slap him. on the
There is drama.
Shit is real.
We are all on
Shit
this.
is real.
to-
Shit is
All
getting
of
real.
us fucking real.
Shit is real.
We're all on this
Shit is getting real.
together. We're all willing to help each other. We need to know
Yeah,
what
we could have kept
everyone.
it out, guys, or something. I mean,
Perhaps maybe not a direct approach would have been the best at this point in time.
It wasn't a direct approach. We came from behind.
Just took it
Right.
right out of
Stop
my.
it.
The bums are breeding.
that's
Huzzah.
that Carnath would say though. He'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. That wasn't a direct approach. It was from behind.
Perhaps next time, if you're seeking information, we get them drunk with some of your strong ale, and we pry the information instead of bleeding the information.
I'm really good at that.
Oh, lad. I'm all out of the strong ale right now. And believe me, for over 100 years, bleeding the information out has worked very well. But I understand what you're saying, and if it makes you feel better, I will heed your words more in the future.
Thank you. I just want us to work as a team so that we can all make it through this hole together.
We just love you guys. That's all. don't want you to
Speaking
die.
of holes, poor Philip has a whole bunch in her side now.
What did you guys do to her? Why
Should
did
we
you
be
do
worried
that?
about her going back all bloodied up?
Yeah. Are we worried? Like what?
Somebody's
people
gonna
gonna
see
know
her.
notice?
Perhaps
she's
we
all
should turn and make our way back as quick as we can so that she doesn't arrive before us. Perhaps we should watch her leave.
Perhaps
She-
we should not return at the same time.
No, so given the distance, like, and the length of your conversation, she's like pretty much almost back at this point. You're not too far away. By the time you guys got started looking, you know, they had followed her in and the fight was pretty much over. Woo!
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Aliens are here.
That me?
Finally, beam me up.
Let's
Finally.
Take
Well,
us all.
let's make our way back to the roadhouse in groups, not all at once.
Thank you for the follow.
Well, I would finish cleaning myself up and give Erdnot a little. I'd give him a little one of these on the head because he's so much shorter than I am, and I would start walking back.
Or not, let's that pass.
All right. Abaddon, what have you been doing while this is going on? You finished your
I forgot she wasn't there.
No, she's not there.
Yeah. That's why I've been
She's just
so
chilling.
quiet.
She's just sitting there eating her like her fucking Fruit Loops.
You were in you were at the lunch table when you saw like your friends all kind of got up and were like, we're gonna go look, and you just stayed behind. So as like the lunch went on, nothing overly noticeable happens during this lunchtime. You know, Gristle Pete looks especially gristly, as I mentioned. He's just super angry today, like very, very tired. You can see it on his face. People are like tiptoeing around him as much as possible. Minxie is there. She's kind of been chilling, and she comes and goes because she is part of the labor team. So she seems to have been mostly set up with the crates and stuff that are inside of the courtyard. Not so much any kind of hard labor out on the road itself. But she's kind of with her own little group there now, and it's a pretty quiet, uneventful.
It's pretty quiet, uneventful.
Like, where is that coming from?
That's in my driveway. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Loudest drug deal I've ever heard.
People are dicks. DM, when you say that Minxie has been in and out of the courtyard, rather than labor, is she going anywhere near like that locked area? Or is she just like maintaining stuff?
Yeah, so you guys have noticed, they only go into the storage area when Bog Luck unlocks it and then directs them in there, and then once he's done getting things in there, he will like send everybody, all the laborers and everything leave, and he goes in and locks, the door ends up locked behind him. There's a padlock on the outside, but, like others have not gone in there, so well, Micaiah would have seen that there's another lock on the inside. So he goes in there and is by himself with the items. But in this moment, it's still kind of lunchtime, and when you leave your lunch, you see Philok coming back in, and she looks horrible. And as she walks in, you see a bunch of people run over to her, and she's like, "No, I'm fine. And Yasha and somebody yells like, "Go get Wexler!" And they like run up, and within a few seconds, 30 seconds or so, Wexler comes running down with Yasha, and he goes up to Philok, and you can see them talking with one another as you're kind of coming down from the steps and like lingering around the courtyard. A couple of people go over, and Wexler's like, no, move back. And Philok is like, "No, I'm just getting my stuff, and I'm gonna go." And she's heading up towards the room as Wexler is trying to like follow her, and Yasha's looking around, and you see her look at you, Abaddon, but then she's kind of looking around the courtyard area, but then she follows Wexler, and the three of them go up into the room that they'd been staying in, the Kathja Shadow room.
I'm not gonna make a move. I will have just observed.
Okay. So how are you guys coming back in?
I think Erdnot and Eckert probably would have head back together first.
Yeah, since you guys were taking a shit.
Okay.
Well, I had to find a private place.
Zam would like to scope around to try and like sneak in unnoticed so that he isn't like immediately spotted coming in.
Okay, you can roll a stealth check, and we'll just make that determine like when you come in, like what's the most opportune time.
Micaiah would have followed Zan's
Are
lead
you
on that.
Are you a dog still, or did you unshape?
No, I am unwild shaped.
Okay. Can you go back and forth for the hour?
I can go twice within a short rest.
Okay.
And I can do it. I can like change back whenever I want.
Okay.
So
no, I'm not going to dictate for Eckert,
Woo.
but I think Erdnot would be going back to his breakfast, or lunch rather.
Okay. Vidania, are you doing the same?
Yeah, I'll do the same.
All right. How about you roll a stealth?
I rolled a 22.
Oh, okay.
DM, when you have a minute.
Yep.
Did when Philok like gave me a glance, would I was it was there any suspicion involved in that, or any like sneer or anything that I might be worried about?
So it was
Or was it just like a?
It was Yasha who looked at you. You can make an insight check to try to determine like what she was.
Sorry, I'm using paper because my computer is gonna explode.
Do you want me to tell you what it is? I have your thing up.
Yeah, because I can't find it. Damn it.
So your insight is
Not good.
a -1, but you never know.
Oh, that would be an 11.
Okay. So yeah, it was a little bit tough to discern. Like you saw her look at you, but then she kind of looked around like she was looking for somebody else. All right.
I got 18.
Okay. So yeah, you're all able to kind of trickle in at what appears to be like the most opportune time so that it's not super suspicious, or not an Arik. You come back in together. You left together, but the others kind of trickle in. And just a few minutes after entering Erdna and Arik, you see Philok exit the room that she and that the Kathja Shadow were hanging out in, and she's got like all of her stuff with her. And she heads down the hallway thingy, like the boardwalk thingy, to what appears to be, or what you guys would know as, Bog Luck's room, and she's like knocking on the door, and after a moment the door opens and she heads in there. And over the next, like Wexler stands up over the balcony and he looks down, like he watches her go, and then he looks down at you guys, and he gives you this kind of sneer in a way, like, and then he backs up. Thank you for hanging out, Lord Nicola. Thank you.
You say he gives us a sneer, like what? I didn't hear that part.
Just like a
Fuck you.
Yeah. There you go.
Gotcha.
Perfect. And then he walks back in, and Yasha was standing next to him, and she heads back into the room as well. And as the day goes on, like, it doesn't take very long to see Philok heads down to the stables, and there are a couple of like other horses that are there, and she does like jump on one of them, and she heads out of the complex at that point.
Ballsy or not, I wouldn't have gone that route, but ballsy.
Or not, just goes to a new life.
May she find it.
So the evening wears on. Anything you want to prep before you guys do your special escape?
I mean, and we're all on night duty again, so I would just have my stuff in the room at the ready to go.
Okay.
I would say to everyone with my quiver, carry everything that you think you would need if we have to leave in a hurry. I mean, we're going in a place where we're not supposed to be. If there's anyone who catches us, this is it. Our cover is blown. We're going to have to flee as fast as we can. We can't take everyone on.
So
Micaiah would discuss with Avedon that she's gonna turn into a mouse, and Avedon's gonna carry her.
okay.
So lazy.
No, there's nothing lazy about a snug on the route.
All right.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure you know that Issa made it clear you were going down the tunnel. But-
Right. So we have to bring all of our gear with us because there's no coming back.
I mean,
Imagine.
it is
Potentially.
Yeah, it is more than
don't know.
likely that you are going down the tunnel and you don't know where it leads. So.
And DM, correct me if I'm wrong, but everything I've read about it, when you wild shape, everything gets absorbed into like
Yeah.
your weapons and your armor and everything. Okay, just making sure.
That's
So
cool
I don't
and
have to give it
comfortable.
to I don't have to give it to Abaddon to hold or anything like that.
Nope.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Abaddon
Good.
with like a
Hold my
mouse in her
bag.
pocket and like 18 extra bags
Right.
of shit.
Come on, let's be honest.
Just making sure. Making sure.
Let's be honest. Abaddon would carry the mouse, and I'd be carrying everything else. It'd
Yes.
be like, I'd be carrying all the
My
pocketbooks.
jewelry.
Yes.
It'd be like
You see,
it'd be like Spaceballs. Me and him would be like Barf and Lone Star, just carrying
Yeah.
the giant matching luggage.
Exactly.
Yep, that's exactly what he looked like.
Do we know like how long this tunnel is?
Nope, you don't know anything about it.
We don't
The
know
only
anything
thing you
about
know is that there is a tunnel there that lizard folk are coming through.
Okay, rations wise or like oil wise, we're fine, guys.
I think we're still pretty good with in regards to all that stuff.
Yeah, because you've been eating the food that's provided here, so you haven't gone through any rations. Unless you wanted to.
Yeah, plus, any lizard folk we kill on the way, we can just see what they taste like.
Do they take the gator?
Yep.
Alright, so it's probably about 2 in the morning, and one thing you would have noticed, you didn't see Issa probably for the rest of the day. Until your shift that night. So who is all gonna be in the courtyard? Is it just the two of you, Arik and Erdnot, or are you all kind of like gonna gather to go into the storeroom?
Oh no,
Well, I
I'm
mean,
with the horses.
Yeah, at first I figure we have to be in the positions that people expect us to be in.
Yes, but so that has already happened. So it's like 2 o'clock in the morning ish.
Oh, okay.
So how are
So
you
okay, then we would have.
approaching
I'm
this?
assuming we would have planned at X time meet in front of the storeroom.
Yes.
Did you bring your watch?
I have my sundial on my wrist.
Because my horse does not know what time 2 a.m. No, fucking with you. But I am with the horses. Like, I'm kissing them all because I need them.
Say goodbye.
Say goodbye to Gambit for me. Or Gambit.
So you all meet there, except for Abaddon. You're still with the horses.
Mhm.
Okay. You're all there except for Abaddon.
No.
Somebody needs to tell me to go.
I'll
Oh my God.
I'll get
Oh,
within
I
30
told
feet
you to
of her
get your
and
ass
use my
going.
quiver to say, Abaddon, it's
There
time.
you go. Reel me in a little kid.
Yeah, the mouse in your pocket is going, "Let's go!"
Yeah, I'm like Gus in Cinderella. I'm like
The
Cinderella,
mouse is she's
let's
checking
go.
her Apple Watch. Like,
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, I'm just checking to see how good. Whoops. Okay, yeah, that's.
I'd be like a really like fat mouse.
Yeah.
oh my god, yes.
I'm very plump.
Like a
Aw.
guinea pig.
I eat
Just
a lot
big
of
guinea
cheese.
pig.
Yeah.
Aw. I want to knit you something. I want to make you tiny and knit you something like a hat. Just
Can you?
Oh, a skelly cap.
Oh, knit me a tiny little scaly cat. That's cute.
I have.
Gotta
I
get some
have
fan
one.
art. A
Tiny cat.
silvery
Tiny cat
mouse
from
with
Micaiah.
Yes, a silvery. Exactly. She knows me so well. Oh,
Okay, so everybody roll me a perception check real quick.
right.
Oops.
6.
18.
5.
9.
13.
Oh, that was a nat 20 I just
Oh
rolled.
shit!
Yay! One of us knows what's going on.
Damn.
I I got
See,
it.
That came out of left field.
Shit's starting to go down now, and this is when we're all gonna start rolling really shitty.
Yeah.
So who
When
got
it really matters.
above a
Yep,
19?
I just rolled a nat
Oh,
1.
not me.
It's going down.
Oh no.
I
That
got
was
a
Abaddon?
19. Abaddon only one
Oh,
above
nice.
19.
So, everybody else, like, you suddenly turn and look at the door, as Abaddon is like, "Hey, Issa," and you look, and I mean, you're watching Abaddon come over, so really you're looking at her, and then you look back at the door, and Issa's there. She's like, "Hey, Abaddon, all right, let's go," and she like just pops up out of nowhere, and you hadn't seen her the rest of the day.
She's creepy.
Yeah.
She's creepy.
So she turns to the door and she's like, "All right, you guys ready?"
Let's proceed.
Yes. And I am in mouse form now, by the way. Abaddon's holding me. In case I didn't say that.
Yes.
Squeakity squeak, 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 squeak.
That's basically what you just heard.
Fucking do it.
Or is it squeakity squeak, 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 squeak?
I mean, basically like it's slow, like a southern drawl. So it's like squeakity squeak, squeak. Squeakity squeak, squeak.
All right. So
Sweet.
she very quickly, probably takes about 20 seconds or so, is able to unlock the door, and she opens up the storeroom and she listens for a second, and then she's like, "After you." She's looking around and she stays outside of the door to like let you all go in.
I'll go through. I'll be standing right there, so I'll just duck into it.
All right. So do you all go in?
I mean, I'm going wherever Abaddon takes me, so.
Yep.
All right.
Go in.
So you head in. And
What's like? Sorry.
Nope.
Is it a wide? What's the girth?
So you head into this storeroom.
Amazing.
Jesus.
What's the
girth?
Come on.
And
What?
so luckily,
What?
you all have dark vision, or Arik, you can like pretty quickly just put your little owl goggles on. It's like pitch black in there, and the room looks to be about 25 feet by, what is that, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, like 40, 35, 40 feet. But it is stacked with crates and barrels and boxes, and it's you have to kind of shimmy your way. There is a clear path around and through. So although she came in behind, she just kind of like ducks between everybody's legs and sneaks past Erdnot and ends up in front. And like I said, about like 2-ish, 2:30 in the morning. So she stops and turns to look at all of you, and she's like, and she whispers, "So I think about now they should be done. So let's just head through the trapdoor."
Should we all stealth so that we're just in case? Or do we want to just go?
Yeah, no, we gotta be quiet. Everybody try to be as quiet as you can.
Be as quiet as a mouse.
Alright, so then she's gonna turn to, you guys are all standing in front of this locked door, another locked door. So she's going to turn and
Are we all rolling stealth?
Not yet. So she very quickly again takes even less time than the first one. It's just like click, and the lock that's on that door opens, and she slowly opens the door and waits a second, and her hand is out to you guys like, hold on. And then she's like, okay, and you guys can head into this room, and it's very packed. This room, there are, Micaiah, you notice a lot fewer boxes and barrels than the day that you came in a couple nights ago. Everyone else, you didn't see how many barrels and stuff, and she's a mouse, so she can't communicate to you, but you see the barrels, sacks, crates, and you can see that red paint that's been smeared on the sides. But there aren't very many of them in this room. But you do see, and the smell of the swamp is much stronger in this room.
Sorry, guys.
No problem.
No, sorry, guys.
Oh. You were saying that because you just came back.
Don't get out, Miss Swamp.
So she heads over to one particular crate, which would look familiar again to Micaiah in her mouse form, and pulls on it, and it kind of like lifts up this trap door that, you know, like I said, it's like the box is on it, and when she lifts it up, it opens, and the box is still like nailed to it. And that smell from the rotting everything, foliage and anything really, that, and like heat almost like comes up from the a hole that when you look down, you can see it goes down probably like 10 feet or so, and then it tilts so you can't see any further. And it is also pitch black down there. Although again, with your dark vision, you can see that there's a tunnel and that it goes down. And so she looks up at all of you and she's like, ready?
Aye.
Let's go.
Do we have any traps or anything? Or any, does it look like a clear path?
She's like, I'll give it a check. Hold on one second. And she kneels down and she kind of sneaks down into it herself first.
Is there anything? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Is there anything of value that's loose that's laying around? Any crates that could be anything that, like a crate that could be easily opened, gone through?
There are sacks and crates and barrels. Make an investigation check.
Don't forget you have a tiny mouse at your disposal.
That's a NAT20, and I want to show everybody. Hold on. I have to.
Tupperware.
It is. I roll it in a Tupperware.
Hit a butt again?
Nope, not a butt. Where is it?
There it
You
is.
see it?
We see it.
We see it die.
Oh, with my favorite metal dice.
That's legit.
I have the Tupperware, so I don't lose die anymore.
Nice.
I almost lost that 8.
I like when you put your hand in front of the camera because it makes me feel like I'm in your digestive system. Just some parts. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
I don't know how to feel about that. It was funny, but it made me feel weird.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Not many people do that to me. Okay, so what do I get for my next 20?
Okay, so you you are able to open up one of the random sacks very very quickly and easily before you guys head down. And hold on, let me see what you find. Let's see what you find.
It would be nice if it was full of gems and whatnot, but it's going to be like a bag of rice.
Rice is very valuable on the road.
All right. Yeah, you're able to. You open up this a sack, and when you open it, you do see all these individual sacks that are in there. And when you grab one and open it real quick, and I don't know how long you want to take as people are heading down there, but if you want to just kind of grab something very quickly and open it, you do see that it appears that this sack, which probably weighs, a good 50 pounds or even more, is full of smaller sacks of gems.
Yeah. I'm gonna be the last to go down because I'm just gonna try to see how many of those bags I can like fit in my pouch, like just like load them up. I know I can't take them all because that would break the game and whatnot. But
Maybe ask the person with the bag of holding.
that was what I was just gonna do. I'm gonna be the last to go through, but I'm gonna grab Abaddon real quick, and I'm gonna see if we can just kind of like shovel some of these bags of gems and whatnot in there.
Okay.
Like mine.
Make a stealth check with disadvantage.
Oh no! Almost lost my d20. That's a 2. That's definitely a 2. Do you even want me to roll another one?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can always go lower than a 2.
That's a 5.
Okay.
So, fuck.
So as you are kind of trying to shovel some of this stuff in there, you hear from above like a loud stomp, like boom, 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 and you can like kind of hear a muffled like shut up, like boom, 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 like hitting on the ceiling right above your head.
I'm gonna pick up Micaiah, and I'm gonna put her as high as I can towards the ceiling, and not hard enough to really hurt, but I'm just gonna kind of like poke her and then tickle her stomach so she makes a noise, and I'm gonna hopefully make it sound like it's a mouse or rats underneath the floorboard so he doesn't think that it's people. So,
Trying to make her squeak.
Squeak! 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 Squeak!
So I don't think her squeaking would be heard through layers of stone, but
oh, it's stone. I thought it was wood.
hold on, let me look at this thing.
I assumed it was like a wooden floor.
Oh no, you're right.
or
Based
what-
off of this thing, yeah, that's wood. So he keeps slamming on the thing because if he can hear the mice, then he hasn't done what he wanted. So you hear just slamming. You can see dust like starting to fall from the top there. So you're not sure how long you've got before he might come running down. But I'll say that you're able to grab like 5 of the sacks.
Yes.
And shove them into the bag of holding before you really got. And like Issa pops her head up and she's like, "What the fuck? Let's go!"
I'm gonna tie that bag up real quick, and well, I'll hand Micaiah back to
I was
Abaddon,
gonna say,
and then
you better be taking care with me.
of course, and then not for all the gems in the world. I'll give her back, and then we'll go down the whatchamacallit.
Okay.
It's a trip watching Micaiah. She's like floating all over this like little city stone cobble road thing.
I had to pee. You went on a journey. Take you to the bathroom.
All right. So you guys head down into the tunnel, and as you go down, Issa pops her head back up again, and then she actually climbs back out of the tunnel, and you can hear as you're just kind of standing in this 7 foot. Would it even be 7 feet? I'd say. So like 6 foot by like 4 foot tunnel, because they have to be able to get stuff through it. And it looks like it's carved out of the ground. Nothing. It's pretty crude. Nothing too crazy. But you hear like the door close and then lock back behind you guys, and then the trapdoor is shut down behind you, and Issa steps up. And
before you went, does anybody have this like a spell, like a stealth spell like that cast? Well, no, that because we wouldn't need that because nobody came. I don't know. I was thinking. I remember somebody brought up a while ago that something without a trace.
passive.
It helps.
I
I'll
have
pass
that.
it to you.
But we don't.
And I
We
think-
don't technically need that.
Actually,
Already
Vidania has
passive.
that too now.
I have it,
Look.
but I don't have the things.
I
for it,
do.
The sprigs.
I do. I have this stuff, but I don't think we need it.
No, not anymore. I should have thought of that earlier, but
Yeah, I think we're all
sorry,
set.
sorry,
That's all
DM.
right.
I didn't mean to.
No, it's fine. When you guys do that, I'm doing other things.
Oh.
She don't
It's
care.
fine.
She's like, I
Take
got
your
time to
time.
catch up with my stuff. Take your time. Discuss your issues.
How are you all feeling today? So
Great.
Issa is standing there and you all can see her, but she's kind of looking at nobody in particular, and she's like, so if anybody has a light, that would be awesome.
Can she not see? She's
a
I don't
halfling.
know,
Halflings
they don't
don't
have dark vision.
Nope.
Don't they live in holes?
That's gnomes.
I thought it's essentially a hobbit. I thought it lives in a hole.
They live in a hobbit hole, not a hole in the ground with no light.
Zan will pull
Are there
out.
rocks around here or something?
Haven't you seen Lord of the Rings?
Well,
They
you
still
don't
do
need
that.
to waste the torch. I have a cantrip we can use. Like, can I pick up like a stone?
Do the lizard folk, are they attracted to light at all?
The moth folk.
You do not know.
Her reaction to that is way funnier than what I actually said.
No, it's pretty funny.
Because Issa, I think I can hold your hand and we can just walk together.
She's like, thanks, Abby, but no, I think we'll be okay. I intentionally chose a time where they should have been done gathering.
Or not, we'll just go hand me your dagger.
All right. She hands you one of her many daggers.
Then I just use the cantrip. Why is this not working? Of light, and just the dagger just starts glowing, emitting light, and I hand it back to her.
Okay. All right.
Ooh, that's a cool cantrip.
Yeah. So she's like, thanks. on Thar, whatever your name is tonight. All right, let's go. And you guys head away and down, and let me just look at my note real fast before I tell you the thing.
I want to be in the back.
Okay.
Just to make sure, like, I want to keep my eyes on the back of that tunnel.
Okay.
You said it was how high? How high was the tunnel?
It's probably about like 6 feet tall. Like you guys.
So I'm not like crunched over or anything. I'm 6 feet even.
Yeah,
So
you
it's,
would
like,
be
just
hunched over.
above.
You'd be hunched over a little bit because you guys have like all your gear and everything on you. So
Zan's also 6 feet, so
yeah,
he'd be a little crouched.
you're all making your way through.
Plenty of space up in this bitch for me.
And the let's see. So as you're going, I think everybody. Does anybody have passive perception below 10?
Mine's 15.
Did you say passive? Did you say perception?
Passive perception below 10.
It's
10.
At 10.
Okay, yeah, no,
Yeah.
10 or higher. So as you're going through this tunnel, which leads out, well, you go like about 50 feet, and you start to hear like murmuring and growling ahead. And Micaiah, who speaks Draconic?
Nope,
Yes,
I do.
This is Vidania, I think.
I do.
Yep.
I do
Okay.
as well.
So those of you who speak it would notice that it is definitely in Draconic. You can't understand what's being said, but further ahead of you. And at a certain point, Issa like stops you all, and you wait until you can hear the voices dissipate into the void. And as you continue on, about another 50 feet or so, you find yourselves emerging out from this tunnel, that much closer to the Mere of Dead Men. And as you keep going, I'll just have let's see, I'll have Zan make a survival. Whoever is proficient in survival can make me a survival check.
Zan's proficient.
Oh, I am too.
Yeah, I thought it was Vidania.
I am too. Zane is too, I think.
Micaiah, I wouldn't have you do it because you're in a pocket at the moment.
Because I'm in. Okay, yeah, exactly. I was gonna say I'm a mouse right now, so.
You're nibbling on a cracker that's in Avedon's pocket, eating pocket crackers.
It's probably
Yeah.
a Dorito.
Well, she wanted to. No, it's probably some chips, some Ruffle kind of chips. She was gonna give it to the horses, but I'm eating
13?
I got 24.
Okay, so you guys are following Vidania's lead as you're like, it's this way. Zan is like, I think it's, and you're like, it's this way, and you just keep going. And you are following what appears to be a pretty clear, at least from Vidania's perspective, trail of tracks following lizard folk out into the Mere of Dead Men, and that is where we will pick up.
I can't wait till Tuesday.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gonna go into the Mere of
eating
Dead
them
Men.
chips.
Shit.
No, it's you.
Yep.
What do we know about the Mere?
It ain't good.
It's not good, no.
I know it's dangerous, but I mean,
I knew some stuff about the mirror.
do we know anything? Does Makai-
Oh.
Yeah, because I've been in this area.
Jesus, can you lay it out, please?
You want me to say what I know? Or no?
Is this allowed?
I mean,
Is
maybe
this
you
over
could
the
tell
table?
in the other.
No, go ahead. That's fine. You guys had kind of had seen it before, so like as
it's about 100 miles wide by 30 miles. It's always growing. It's swallowed a lot of property, homes, castles. There's rumors about the east part of it is magically bound to the road because for some reason every time they build it, it overtakes the road. It's just a bunch.
All this, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I know all like the creatures and stuff that were in it. I wrote it down. She said that me and somebody else knew about it because I don't think you guys have been here yet.
I think me, but I'm a mouse right now, so I would obviously not be saying any of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of nasties and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
gonna suck. That's all you need to know.
So, is it like in The Princess Bride when you're going through like the swamp
The
with like
bog?
the rat people and stuff? Is it like
The
that?
bog of
R.U.S.S.
eternal stench.
Yes, the
size.
bog of eternal stench.
in
Is it
Labyrinth.
Like that?
That's in Labyrinth.
That's Labyrinth.
It's-
No, but what's in the Princess?
Oh,
Diary? Not
yeah,
the Princess Diaries. You know what I'm talking about?
Wasn't it like
Yeah.
Well,
something-
there's the
Princess Bride,
rodents of
Giant rat.
Princess Bride with the giant rat.
yeah,
There's
that's
the
the rodents
RUSS.
of
Forest
Oh,
or
yeah.
something or other.
yeah
The rodents of unusual size.
Yeah, right.
Yes, yes. But it's
Nice.
not
The
There we
fire
go.
swamp. There you go.
The
Fire
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 swamp.
swamp.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
So is it
you.
like a fire
Oh, sorry,
Thank you,
it goes
baby.
Thank
and
you.
the flame comes
Thank
out.
you for that. Is it like a fire swamp?
I mean, it's
Not far
like
off.
less fire and more swamp.
All right. So it's
So
like
no.
the swamp part of the fire. I
So
got
like yes.
It
but
is-
no.
You know, both of you, it is a very, very, very extremely dangerous place.
Oh, great. I'm glad we're heading right into it.
Fucking
This
do
is
it.
wonderful.
The
Shit. She said very, very.
very,
Like,
very,
point.
extremely, very, very
But
bad.
the DM says very, very extremely bad place. Now I'm frightened.
so before we all left into the tunnels and everything after the incident, that was like around noon and probably was resolved around noon 30, right? I'm assuming.
You had lunch around noon. It was probably, or like you guys woke up, you got yourselves ready, you went over to eat about like 1-ish or a little bit before 1. By the time all that got resolved, it was probably closer to 2.
And then the rest of the day was do as you will until it was nighttime guard duty time.
Yeah, like the rest of the day, you woke up, you're being paid. I mean, you didn't get your next week's worth of pay because you've left, but the more guard work you do, so you would be expected to be kind of on duty, but like not assigned to your station. You know, like if something attacks your guards, you're gonna do your jobs, but you didn't have an assigned station at that point until like the night shift. You guys have agreed to do the night shift, so.
All right.
Oh,
So
oh.
since we technically would have had kind of farting around time, to put Zan at ease because he was the most concerned, Erdnot would have told everybody like why he ambushed what's her face, Ilok, and why he wanted information out of her.
All right. I don't think anybody knows that, right?
No,
So you might want to say it.
Okay. Oh yeah, I wasn't sure that. I didn't think it. Oh, okay, I wasn't. All right. So, Katja is responsible for giving the order that. So, I should this in his voice. 156 years ago, my clan brew bottle.
Let's start at the beginning.
It is the beginning. World-renowned brewers and inventors. Hardly a town did not know. I'm trailing off because I'm tired. I'm gonna skip that part because we were good. We were very good. What?
Your audio keeps cutting in and out. I don't know if that's happening for anybody else. Can you like sign off and sign back? Oh, if it's not happening for anybody else, then never mind.
Is it? Feeler?
I'm having the camera's freezing on me.
Okay, if it's just me who's not hearing the audio, then that's okay. But it's not coming across on my end. You keep cutting. If you sign off,
I'll back out.
Yeah, sign off, sign back on real quick. And if it's just me, then that's fine. I'll just. Yeah, you're glitching for everybody. Oh, he can't hear me. He's gone. Okay. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
No. Yes. Maybe. No.
You're very quiet now. But...
Volume is low.
Very quiet. What about now?
Now you're fine. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Still cutting out, but I'll just deal with it.
Oh man, I don't know why. All right. So, anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Oh yes. So, long story short, because everybody's yawning and we need to go to sleep. The clan was ambushed, destroyed in the middle of the night by hill giants, vile, evil, dumb swine. After we raided, didn't raid anything. After the other clans rallied an army and crushed the goddamn dragons. I'm tired. I'm sorry. All right. So, anyways, some hill giants fucked up our shit. We got together, found out where they were, smashed their heads, found out that they were only a pawn by someone named Katja, who sent them to kill and kidnap several of our people.
Thank you for the raid.
Holy crap.
We got 46 people. Wow, thank you. Wow, thank you so much for the raid.
Ah.
Good thing we didn't just stop.
I know.
It's like, you guys ready for another hour?
We laugh like. All right. Thank you so much. I actually don't know that. Oh, maybe I probably do.
Oh, thanks for putting my winky sign, boyfriend.
Thank you.
Welcome, there, sweetheart.
Thank you.
This sweetheart.
Thanks, Brian, for hanging out.
Thank you.
Thank you for.
Erdnot's clan was destroyed. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Nope, go ahead. So you skipped something.
Skipped something.
Yeah. So
I don't have my backstory up in front of me right now. Hold on.
That's a whole
Word doc.
So Erdnot's clan was attacked by hill giants, and they were brutally murdered, and the children were taken. And with him and some others, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. They were able to track down the hill giants that attacked them and fought them off, and were able to essentially interrogate the leader to get them to say why they did what they did, and it was revealed that they were actually hired by a guy named
Dario Vandran.
There we go.
A human slaver.
A human
Sounds
slaver
hot.
who they tracked down to Afkatla. So
Liz.
Erdnot. Yes.
Oops. What does his butt look like?
Dario.
He's long dead.
So
What?
then or now?
Not
No.
great.
The initial butt. I need to know about like the young butt.
All right.
I think technically you owe two.
I do
so
owe
you should
two.
You should do before death and after death.
Okay, I'll do both. So in his heyday, Dario was a very
I'm gonna
attractive,
close my eyes.
a very attractive young human man, young in his 30s, because that's still young, with
Yes, it is.
with long dark hair, who kept himself very cleanly shaven all over. And so
Oh.
that bum though
Wait.
was very cleanly shaven. And
I'm turning it up. I'm turning it up right now because
I can hear the clicking. And he would often wear very tight leathers in bright reds and purples to show off his derriere, which he kept in very good shape. I mean, he had the money. Nowadays, he's been dead for 156 years, so it's it's a little
Could
bony.
use a little toning.
It's a little bony. If it
Needs
sat
to
in
do
your
some
lap, you'd be like,
squats.
ouch, and you'd probably get some bruises on your thighs.
Oh, he needs to eat a burger.
That's like when I sit on people's laps.
Right.
Oh.
I always say it hurts.
You need to eat a burger. So maybe not. It's a fairly non-existent ass, we would say. But his spirit lives on somewhere in some nether region, and I'm sure that it has
Heavenly.
a maybe. I don't know what god he worshipped, but I'm sure that his celestial ass is just as beautiful as the one that he left with. So,
As we described, the viewer base completely tripped
I know,
off.
they all left.
So you can like watch it. It's like, what the hell did we just get like raided into?
So,
Those
I like
Those who know,
remembering
know.
him with the ass that he wanted us to
Yes,
remember
there you
him
go.
with.
Remember my ass the way it was.
all asses to heaven.
So, anyway, so Dario was captured and brought back to the Veer Plains, where after the Brew Bottle clan was destroyed, they were assimilated into and absorbed into the Loafbeard clan, who live in the Veer Plains, and the Loafbeards create grains and pastries and
Red hearted and reds, yeah.
So they pulled them in, and they brought Dario back there for interrogation, where he revealed that he had actually also been hired by someone named Kathja to attack the clan and sell the children as slaves and kill whoever was left. He did not last very long in captivity, where he underwent a trial within the Dwarven city or town or hamlet or whatever, and that went not in his favor. And he died very, very quickly after that in captivity. What else? Is that it? Oh,
A council was assembled because attack on one clan is attack on all clans, and not being the clan leader of the Brewbottle clan volunteered to bring justice to his clan and swore an oath of vengeance to find Kathja and destroy him, and he vowed to die doing so, and essentially not return home until this was done or until he died.
right. So the trail ran cold for over 30 years or so, and
like 50 years.
50 years, and over 30 years he then established his tavern, got a little lazy, got a little no additional leads, and so this is the first lead that he has had on Kathja, although he does not know who Kathja is.
And that's why I did what I did.
And that's why you smashed in that giant head. Gotcha.
Yep. Giants.
Okay, makes sense.
So that was the post-lunch conversation.
So now you know. All right. Well, thank you.
And that's what he's told everybody,
so
right?
step off my back. Unless you're cuddling with the horse.
Yeah, so he's told you all that, except Issa.
Wow.
As far as you know, Issa was not there to hear this conversation, so
she was in the rafters looking down.
She's everywhere.
So now you know that is his. So thank you everybody who stuck around. We were near the end of our thing when we got our third raid of the night. That's insane. 3 raids. That's crazy. So thank you. We will be back on Tuesday. We'll have more announcements. When we do hit we've got 2 more subs until we're going to do a giveaway. So there's that. And I think I also have, like, if we hit 150, we hit 150 followers. I should put that back up. Why don't I have it up? We'll also do another giveaway because I'm starting to get things that I can give away. Don't want to have a giveaway with nothing to give away. All right, so let's raid somebody. We will be back on Tuesday. Thank you very much again. I'll repeat myself a million times. We've got, DMF Saint is playing. We raided the other day, but we've got a decent number of people. What about Jax? Actually, I missed that. Talon asked, what about Jax? But I'm not sure because I wasn't paying attention. I don't know what the context was.
Jax is in like toy Jax. Jax is in Mortal Kombat.
Well, it's Jack.
We need a little more.
Jack apostrophe S.
Oh, okay.
Was
Oh, Jack's ass.
Yeah.
I'll come up with an NPC named Jack just to do it. Next time. Did I get rid of 2? Kai.
Oh, you did a Living in a Dead. So
right.
Is Annie dancing? Can somebody tell me, is she dancing? Are you dancing?
She looks like a little bit kind of like one of those MTV videos, like right there. All right.
We might continue the previous one-shot on Thursday. I'm not sure if we've confirmed that for this week yet or not. I think it depends on
yes,
the other people feel like it.
So yeah, well, we can talk about whether or not you guys want to do like every other Thursday, or if you guys want to do like have a break on one Tuesday a month where we do a one shot and whoever wants to play is in the one shot for that. We can talk about it. I'm down for whatever.
Nope, and she's back in Delaware.
Delaware's back.
I'll have to let you know with work and all that and how everything goes. It's tough. It gets tough.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see. We'll talk about it in the Discord.
No rush. All right. So I'm gonna put up our raid screen. Thanks for joining. We're gonna raid DMF Saint, and let me switch us over. And if you do the emote, then I've got the emote wall while I try to figure this out. But we appreciate your support, and we'll be back in a couple of days. Bye.
Absolutely.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
I'm in Delaware.
Hi. Why Delaware?
Is it really backwards?
Why is your background so Delaware anyway?